It's for you.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side?
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah. What's happening?
Well, I'm not saying I want every baseball game at 3 o'clock in the morning because I don't.
Yeah.
But I don't hate having baseball in the morning.
It's fun, right? There you go.
It's a nice change of pace.
Baseball and breakfast. I'm telling you.
I don't hate it. I like having something to listen to on my way in.
Yeah.
I got to hear the last couple of innings on the radio after seeing the first part of the game on TV. I don't hate it.
It's
Maybe let's
cool.
start at 6 a.m.
Let's
instead of
not make
3.
it a habit, though.
3's way too early.
Yeah.
Like, what if we had some 9
Early
a.m.
morning?
baseball every once in a
Why
while?
don't you play baseball in the morning?
Because it's 9 o'clock in the morning and no one would go or watch.
Oh, really? Well, I mean,
think
if you
so.
have some of those noon games where people are at work, they can't get there.
And the ballpark's half full. That's why they
Yeah.
only do 5 of those a year.
I mean, if you did one in
Yeah.
the morning, maybe the night shift guys would show up. You never
You
know.
get the third shifters rolling in.
give the night shift guys
Yeah,
some love.
I didn't hate it.
Graveyard
Like I said,
guys. Yeah.
I'm ready for. They open up their regular season a week from tomorrow at
Yeah.
Dodger Stadium against the Tigers, but it's kind of fun
Fantastic.
watching baseball in the middle of the night or first thing in the morning or however you want to do. Did you roll out?
I'm dying to know. So you got to see it. I mean, not Show. Show does his thing. Show delivers, and he has the it factor. I've defined what it is. You know what it is?
Hit me.
When you when you're there to see a certain thing, and that guy does it.
Yep.
You pay your money for a ticket to see The Rock do the people's elbow. You get it. You pay your money to see Josh Allen entertain you, and you get it. You pay your money to see Show go yard, and you get it. He has it. He's fantastic. But not that. What did you think of Roki?
I have a billion thoughts on Roki.
I'm dying to know.
Yeah. There was a ton of good. There was a ton of not very good. It is really a mixed bag, which I think is exactly what you're going to get from him for certainly the early part of the season and probably most of the season.
Yeah.
He's a ways off from being a seasoned major league pitcher. He just
ways off.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got a ways to go. Now I think he's going to close the gap reasonably fast, but
Okay.
this is a long way from a finished product. I think that because he's Japanese, we expect it to be similar to what we saw from Yamamoto coming from the Japanese league to the American major leagues, or similar to what we saw with Shohei coming from that league to this league, or even going back a little further than that, like with Hideo Nomo. Those guys, when they came over, they were seasoned professional pitchers. They had pitched in their major leagues, the NPB, for a long time.
Right.
They pitched 1 million innings. They'd been through this a lot. Sasaki hasn't. He's still really green, even by that league standard. So it's going to take a little time.
I just remember out of spring, he's got the best splitter in the world, and he's the best pitcher I've ever seen him. I'm like, wait a minute, he hasn't pitched in the majors yet. Hang on a second.
Anybody that was saying he's the best pitcher they've ever seen is lying to you.
It's hyperbole. It's spring.
He's got some incredible stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a lot. Here's. I have a list.
Okay, give me the likes and dislikes.
You're really close.
Okay, go ahead.
You want a good or a bad? I'm gonna sprinkle these in.
Give me the good first.
I'm
curious
one of the
as
good?
to what you thought the good was.
So there's 8 things on here.
Yeah.
5 of them are not good. 3 of them are good. Okay.
Say that again.
5 are not good. 3 are good.
That's so you.
Yeah.
You couldn't give the guy 5 goods. It's 5 bads.
There weren't 5 goods.
Oh.
You make your list. Knock yourself out.
He was
Go
there.
ahead.
He pitched. That's 2.
He's alive is good.
You get points for signing your name.
Oh,
That's 3.
Okay, hold on. His heart is beating. That's
Yes,
good.
there's
He's able to breathe in and out.
10
That's
points.
good.
There you go.
He didn't suffer any major injuries. That's 4.
He took the mound.
No, I'm
That's
going to
good.
grade
Okay.
him by the stature that he has achieved.
Go ahead.
I think there's one that is both good and bad.
Yep.
And it was the pressure of the moment.
Yeah.
The pressure of the moment was immense.
I keep hearing that. He's in Tokyo. He's got a whole fan club. Where he came from, his life story is unreal. Yeah, go ahead.
So the pressure on him was about as big as anybody other than Shohei. And the difference is Shohei has been around a long time and been dealing with this pressure for a very long time. For him, this is relatively new.
Yeah.
He's making his major league debut. Okay, keep in mind, this is the first time he's ever pitched in a real game.
Wow.
Right? You've
Japan.
talked about how that first time you go out there, and there you go. He's making his major league debut in his home country where the entire country has stopped to watch.
Okay, so we got the same good.
Yeah.
I just gave him a little more credit. Yeah.
The bad of the pressure was he kind of cracked under it a little bit. Nothing major. He got through it, but you could tell he was amped up to a degree that was unnatural.
That's what I kept thinking. You keep getting me on this red line stuff. I'm like, are you throwing hard because you're throwing hard? Or are you trying to throw hard?
All of the above.
All of the above.
All of
okay,
the
you're
above.
amped up, kid.
Yeah, I thought his response to the immense pressure was, generally speaking, pretty good, but you could tell, like Yamamoto, and even Yamamoto, who's a far more seasoned pitcher last year in Korea, dude, he was freaking out in that first game.
Well,
and again, major league debut, new league, new team, new everything, and he kind of spit the bit the first night.
Not being I guess you can just rule out Japan because your whatever major league debut is going to come in America, so this is normal. It's just your major league debut, and he handled it. Okay.
But major league debut in his home country, where that's an incredibly unique set of
But
circumstances.
don't most Americans do that?
Yeah, but he's not an American.
I know, but I mean, he's in Japan. He's at home. He's pitched there before.
It could have been on the road. It could have been if he had made his major league debut in Minnesota.
There's a lot there.
It doesn't feel like it felt in the Tokyo.
But I mean, he's pitched in Japan before. It's
not as a member of the
not
Dodgers.
as a member
not
of the
in that
Dodgers,
league,
but
not,
he's pitched
not
there
pitching
before.
to other major league hitters.
This is true.
This is a step up in competition.
Was he a part of the WBC for Japan?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
He was.
That could have happened in Cleveland, and he would have been just as nervous.
No.
Your major league debut.
He would have been nervous, but this kicks it to a whole nother level. The major league debut it's like debuting almost in the Super Bowl. It's a set of circumstances that are exceptionally unique.
Except if the Super Bowl was in your country.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You're right.
And you'd never played in the NFL until that moment.
Right.
It was it was a lot going on right there. So I give him both a ton of credit for surviving the moment, but and not that it's a big surprise, but the moment I do think kind of got away from him a couple of times when he lost his
impressed,
stuff.
man. I mean, I'm like, I see what the hype was about. He got into trouble. He got himself out of trouble. He's clearly got good stuff. And like you said, this is his first start. So I was surprised, not surprised, or I was happy with his performance.
Oh yeah. Look, short of him going out there and sobbing,
he didn't
on the
stink
mound.
it up.
No, he didn't stink it up. He wasn't within 100 miles.
No,
of stinking
it's good.
It up.
Yeah.
I want to go back to something you said because I had this similar moment, and I like how you defined the it factor with Shohei. He's on the list. He's on the list of superstar players who delivers virtually every time everybody's looking.
In the way that you expect him to.
In the way that you expect him to.
Turn on the Chicago Bulls in the 90s.
He's on the list.
I want to see Jordan, but I want to see him dunk.
There
it is.
Knock down the game winner.
There it is.
Attack the rim with the game on the line.
Every time I turn it on, he delivers. That's the it factor.
I want to see the Carolina jumper to beat Georgetown.
Yes.
I want to see the Brian Russell jumper. I like the Jordan moments.
I want to see Mike Tyson knock you out in 30 seconds.
Tyson's a good one.
Every single
Tom Brady
one.
make a comeback.
Tom Brady being behind and coming back and doing the thing is a great example. Tiger Woods with coming down the stretch in a major championship. Tiger's not going to three-putt. Tiger's going to make a 25-foot triple breaking downhill snake that he rolls in the middle of the hole, and the place is going to go bananas.
And that's what I'm here for.
That's what Shohei's on the list.
Yeah, he is.
Every time since we've become aware of who he is, every time everybody is like, all right, let's see what this guy's all about. He does the thing. He did it in Anaheim when he made his debut. He did it in the All-Star game. He comes to L.A., home run first spring training game. He shows up with the Dodgers. He wins the MVP. He goes 50-50. He hits home runs in the World Series. Like, it just every time he goes back to Japan for the first time, hits a home run in front of his native country's fans. He has a double, a homer, a hit. He scores 3 runs. It's like just every time everybody's like, all right, show me. He does.
He's amazing. Can we make a deal as fans? Really? Because he is that good. He is that guy. And you start to hear it. Maybe it's a little premature, and it's weird that you think he's only been here one season when you think about it.
In L.A.?
been playing for the Dodgers for 1 year.
Yeah.
It's shocking. But you start.
Is.
It is, right?
Yeah.
It seems like it's been longer.
It does.
People are starting to say he may be the best hitter of all time, and that could be premature. But he is that good that soon. Right?
He might be the best player of all time.
Yeah.
That I don't think is premature. It might not be the right answer, but it's a fair question.
He's in the conversation,
heck yeah.
and he is special. So as fans, can we do one thing? When we see him in public, can we just leave him alone? Seriously, because I hear that's the only knock. When you hear his teammates gush about him, they say how special he is, but then they say how his life kind of stinks because he can't go anywhere. Can we just leave the guy alone if we see Shohei in public? No?
This is the price of being that guy. It is. Arnold, speaking of the second time we're going to mention his name today, Tiger Woods was apparently right when he was becoming Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Right? And what hadn't fully exploded, but we're on the 1 yard line.
Okay.
Getting ready to explode. And as the story goes, Tiger was talking to Arnold Palmer in the moment saying, man, no, everybody wants to talk. No, I just want people to leave me alone.
Uh-huh.
And Arnold goes, oh, that's easy. Just give all the money back.
No. that's a flat no.
And that was one of those, oh, right.
Yeah,
I don't get this without that.
Yeah, totally.
So
I would say that of all places to be this level of famous, LA is a good place to be. Because
LA and New York.
Relatively, we see a lot of people of a lot of fame. I know Shohei is different because it's Dodgers and people have that kind of different feelings sometimes around that. It's international. But if you're in LA and he's walking around Pasadena, I mean, I don't know, give him some space. People want to give him some space.
If I saw Tiger, I wouldn't be worried about going up and like asking for something and messing up his zone because Tiger's playing for Tiger.
Yeah.
If I saw Show or LeBron, I would kind of leave them alone.
What's the difference?
Because I don't want to mess them up because they're representing the city. I need you to win.
Oh.
Yeah, when Tiger wins, Tiger won. When Shohei does something great, the Dodgers win or the Lakers win. So I'd be like, what's up? Keep it moving. If I saw Tiger, I might freak out a little bit.
I would freak out.
I wouldn't worry about messing
internally.
up his stuff. Yeah.
I wouldn't. I would never go bother somebody. That's just not how I roll. But I don't have a look. This is the price of being that famous and that good.
Yeah,
it is that people are going to interrupt your dinner. People are going to want to take a picture at the mall or whatever it is. That's just the price.
What if he promised at the end of a year to give like an autograph signing for 24 hours straight? I'll do it all then. Can you just leave me alone?
No, because somebody's like, I'm never going to get to that. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think Ohtani purchased a large plot of land in Hawaii just so he can have his alone time there. So I think he'll be good.
Well, I mean, there's got to be a food truck. I'm sure he wants to go, but he can't go.
I want,
but just leave me alone.
Here's what you do.
You know what I mean? Right.
You get your valet, who does not have a compulsive gambling problem, to go buy you the tacos from the taco truck.
Or you pay the taco truck to come to your house.
Right.
No, I want to go here with
DeMarco,
the people and hang.
Sometimes you don't get everything you want. And in Ohtani's case, you get 99.9% of the things you want. If you can't go to the taco truck, that's the price of being Ohtani.
Yes.
Tough,
He's special. Yes, he is.
He was terrific.
Just don't get asada, Ohtani. Don't get asada.
Right.
It's starting to bother me a little bit that your anti-asada agenda.
At a taco truck, man. Come on.
I'm getting that.
Hey, look, yeah,
I'm going to get some other things
What's wrong
too.
with carne asada?
It's just you never know how long it's been sitting there on the taco truck. That's
But
my
isn't
only
that
issue
the
with
thing
it.
that's likely going the fastest?
Okay, but when we go to the other place,
Yeah.
it's fresh. It's perfect.
I respect that. Okay,
See what I'm
that's
saying?
knowledge. He's giving you game.
No, but I don't know. I disagree with his logic. That carne asada, right?
Yeah.
That's the crowd pleaser, right?
Sure.
Okay. That's the thing they're turning over fast.
I agree with
they
your
keep
logic
making
too, but I'm
the thing that what would be unlikely
Okay.
to go like lengua?
Yeah.
Okay. That might be sitting there a while because not everybody's buying that.
Okay, yeah, but I'm sure
But how often do you see that in a taco truck menu?
See? You did that. Thank you.
You only see that in a
Hooray.
restaurant.
Thank you.
This
I got
is why
you.
they give you a taco plate with more than one taco.
Exactly.
So I can have one of those, one of those, one of those, and
But
one
the
of
logic
those.
is that McDonald's is making those fries over and over again because it's going fast.
Oh, yeah.
So
Carne asada.
a
Yeah,
fillet of fish is going to sit there for a
Don't
second.
you even start besmirching a fillet of fish.
I'm just saying it's not the most ordered item
I
at
understand
McDonald's.
that, but I am not here for any
Filet of
fillet of fish
I'm right there
blasphemy.
with you. Hey, I'm with
Also,
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they're perfect. They're perfect.
I'm just saying,
They're perfect.
let's not
Yes.
get fish at a fast food restaurant.
Hey,
See, you're starting to do it again.
Hey.
You're starting to, the filet of fish is a wonderful little
my
treat.
God, couldn't wait to get through that drive-through.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's got a slice of cheese on it,
Yes, it's a
DeMarco.
bag of
and
happiness.
they offset the cheese on the four corners of the fish fillet so it hangs over each side.
Tartar sauce on or off?
On.
More. Thank you.
Yeah.
Two
I'm not
patties.
getting fish at a drive-thru.
I mean, I'm not saying you have to. I just will not allow the fillet of fish to
More
be
for us.
talked
Filet
down.
of fish is the lingua of McDonald's.
All right, Lakers Live is back tonight at LA Live before the Lakers and the Nuggets, Crypto.com. Start at 4 o'clock. You can find the ESPN LA Street Team for a chance to win prizes and learn more about our Ultra Lakers Shoot-Around Sweepstakes. That's tonight at Chick-Hearn Court for Lakers Live. More Sasaki and Lakers Nuggets tonight. And, DeMarco, here's the path that the Lakers have to go through. I'll give it to you next. It's coming up. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
Hey, Southern California, I'm Ty Pennington, the home guy, teaming up with Pechanga Resort Casino to give away a brand new house. Imagine yourself in a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home in incredible Temecula, California. All you need to do is play your favorite slots or table games at Pechanga Resort Casino. The more you play, the more entries you earn. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for complete details on Home Sweet Win.
Rules and conditions apply. Go to Pechanga.com for more details.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water. But you're getting it anyway. Because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Something amazing is happening when power outages strike. Teams are powering through them. That's because CDW Solutions architects are building more resilient IT and electrical infrastructures with Schneider Electric. With EcoCare remote monitoring services and 24/7 support, your organization can do more than keep the lights on. Schneider Electric and CDW make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/SchneiderElectric.
The biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland on 710.
I wanted to know, when everything's said and done, do you guys want to write an autobiography?
No.
That was quick.
I want to write a book, but I don't want it to be about me.
Yeah.
You have an interesting life, John. That would be kind of dope. Not kind of. It would be dope.
I've got like 30 pages of a fiction book.
That's what I'd want to write.
Fiction.
Fiction. Aspects of me, but not about me.
So
I don't think I would not write an autobiography. I don't think I'm that interested. I got to be honest. Plus, I've said everything on the radio. What else can I put in a book?
I'm sure there's things that we don't know that people would want to know.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, no, I'm never going to go that deep. This is as deep as I get.
Yeah, right. But I see Ireland writing like a
tell-all.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
I got to hijack for a second.
Go.
Okay, so how important is coaching in baseball? Because I know coaching is everything in football, so I'm wondering about Roki and a pitching coach. How much will Mark Pryor help him going forward? Or are they changeable? Do you just fire them?
Dodgers don't fire their guys very often in that role. The guys they've had there typically stay a long time, whether it was Rick Honeycutt, Dave Wallace, Ron Pernoski. Like, those guys were there forever, and Pryor's been there a long time.
They matter, right?
I think so.
Okay, I just wonder how Mark Pryor could help Roki going forward.
Yeah, it's mechanical stuff. It's repeatable stuff. It's approach, I think, is a big part of it.
Yeah.
I think with Sasaki, it's much more about how to pitch in the major leagues as opposed to, hey, throw your slider like this, or it's more this is how we get guys out in this league. This is what works. This is what is a little less effective. Let's learn this together, and I can kind of shepherd you through it. And there's all sorts of mechanical stuff, but you don't when somebody's that talented, you don't mess with it too much. I think you just kind of try to sand down the edges.
I used to talk to a pitching coach every single Dave Duncan.
Oh, yeah.
And all he kept telling, like, I'm picking his brain about major league pitching.
Yeah.
Basically, all he kept saying was just keep the ball low.
That's good advice.
Right.
Yeah, let me ask you this.
Right.
How many balls at the knees do you see get lifted into the seats?
Hey,
Not many.
You sound just like him.
Not occasionally, but how many balls do you see above the belt get put into the seats?
A lot.
A lot of them.
Yeah, okay.
So let's live down here.
You want to know what his hitting advice was to me?
Get the ball in the air.
Swing hard in case you hit it.
Yep. Elevate and celebrate.
I'm like, you're a pitching. They pay you for this?
Yeah.
Come on.
He was a good one, too.
He was
with LaRusso forever.
Forever, yes. We talked to him like once a day. He would call in if we didn't talk to him.
Do you want a good Sasaki moment from this morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go good.
Let's go good.
That wasn't good? He took the mound, pressure situation. That was good.
That was well, and I think he got big-eyed a little bit too.
Okay.
Oh, wait, can I
just
play
a little bit of whoa?
So that was the bad?
It was both.
Oh, okay. You're right.
Yeah.
Can I play the optimistic harp for your good?
Please.
All right, here's our optimistic harp.
Okay. Dude, absolutely was a gamer when he had to be. Like when he got painted into a corner of his own doing, that's coming up later. When he got painted into a corner, he went to the well and got back-to-back strikeouts with the bases loaded and got off the field.
Big boy.
Like he big boyed it. That's exactly right. Like, okay, I'm in trouble. Well, here comes this. Good luck.
Yes.
And that is a wonderful thing to see.
I don't know how you guys do it. If I was a pitcher, I'd be, oh my God, you'd hate me. Because if I get that back-to-back punchies after that, I'm cussing. I'm going to say something loud.
As the pitcher?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't speak Japanese, so I don't know what he said, but he was pretty fired
up.
up.
You're going to know what I just said.
He was pretty fired up.
Oh, my God.
I think that was was it the third inning that he got in trouble? Third inning.
Yeah.
Where all of a sudden he completely loses it, and he's all over the place. And he gets the base, but then he got out of it by striking out. And by the way, the meat of the order, it's not like he punched out the guys at the back of the order. He punched out some, Michael Bush, I think, is their leadoff guy. Like this was a really good sign of when I get in trouble, I can get out of trouble. Because usually when those guys get kind of painted in, it's the ball flattens out. They start to aim it a little bit, and he did the opposite. He just came to life.
I thought that was his signature moment of the morning. Yesterday, whenever it was that getting out of that and painting the strike zone to get out of that. I thought that was impressive.
That was the highlight of his day.
Big time.
Was getting into the deep end. Because, look, game was still early. He gives up a hit here or walks another guy with the bases loaded coming up later. then it's you're leaving with a sour taste in your mouth.
Right.
And you leave with a good deal and pitch 3 innings. So that's one of those, he was super ineffective with his efficiency, but when I had to have it, I had it.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an emotional guy. You can tell. Like,
Big time.
Yamamoto's pretty calm. Ohtani, you very rarely can tell what's going through his head. He's pretty steady.
Yeah.
But Sasaki kind of wears it on his face a little bit.
I would get thrown out for yelling at me. You would think I'm yelling at you. It's really just bad self-talk.
What would you say?
Everything under the sun. I would turn into something out of the Police Academy movie. Just R. Lee Ermey, a never-ending string of obscenities.
When you're working out, do you do that?
Oh, yeah.
I do, too.
Getting out of this chair, I do that.
I do, too.
Yeah. Walking down the hallway.
Yeah.
Come on, chunky butt, get there.
Yeah, let's go. Stop.
Let's
Go faster, you big you-know-what.
Right. So you would throw me out thinking I'm yelling at you. No, I'm actually talking to me.
No, he had a really interesting debut.
Yeah.
It was good.
Any way you can keep him from? No, I don't even want
Go
to say
ahead.
it.
No, say it. I think it's interesting.
I don't want to say it.
No, I know it. I'm going to say it if you're not.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Is there any way? That's why I asked about Pryor. Is there any way? Because you know the way he pitches and how hard he was throwing, and you got me thinking about Redline. Eventually, he's going to get hurt. Is there any way to prevent that?
No.
Well, then there you go. That's just the way it is.
Because they all get hurt.
Yeah.
They all get hurt, and I'm not looking forward. Like
they all get hurt now, or
now.
It didn't seem like they always got hurt before.
About half of them got hurt
Okay,
before. Now,
right.
now they
a
all
lot of them get hurt.
And before you're like, hey, maybe we'll land in the good half. Like Clayton Kershaw, quite frankly, for the vast majority of the prime of his career, very rarely got hurt.
Okay,
like he would just kind of just keep mowing along, and he was great. But it's changed. Like Roki Sasaki is almost certainly going to have a setback at some point where he misses time. Paul Skeens almost certainly is going to have a setback at some point where he misses times. These are the best guys in the business. It's just a matter of they're going to break. We can put them back together, thankfully, and then they're going to come back and they'll pitch for a while and they'll probably break again.
I don't even think of football that way, and that football is violent.
Yeah.
Like guys get hurt all the time, but this is like guaranteed. I know he's going to get hurt at some point.
It stinks.
It's weird. It's a weird part of the sport.
It is weird. It's almost like one of those. I just know it's going to happen. I'm building it into my expectations. I don't know exactly when, but when it is, it's not like, oh my gosh, this is never going to be the same again.
Think? You don't even think about that in boxing.
No.
Yeah.
Not like that.
Yeah.
Not
Eventually,
like that.
this guy, the way he pitches or how he's pitched, how hard he's throwing, he's going to hurt himself.
What you're asking, I think, is quite frankly maybe the holy grail of baseball breakthroughs. It is how can I prevent pitchers from breaking down? The very best guys.
We tried that.
The idea of, but it didn't really work. They were throwing harder. They were doing all these things, but they didn't. I'm not talking about how can we get performance that's similar to what we're seeing without the injuries that almost always accompany them. And the first person to crack that code with a strength program, a conditioning program, a pitch count, a routine, like the first person to crack if you do X, Y, and Z, your risk of injury gets cut by 50%.
Go ahead.
One thing that I heard on the broadcast today on Fox, because I don't have Spectrum yet, but did you watch it on Spectrum?
I did this morning, yeah. I was very excited to do that.
So I was watching the guys on Fox talk about this with Kirby Yates when he came up, and that he was not pitching in the high 90s. He was pitching in the low 90s, and he was still getting guys to swing and miss, and that he just had the placement was there. I know Kirby Yates he's not a starter for a reason.
Yeah.
He's a closer / late reliever, and so. But it seems like he's still able to get people out by pitching a little slower.
Do you have to throw 100 to get guys out these days?
You picked the perfect person. Kirby Yates, double check this. I think Kirby Yates is 37 or 38 years old. He's an older player. Okay, he's been around a minute. He's at the very back end.
37.
Clayton Kershaw, 37. Okay, today, as a matter of fact. When those guys were coming up, and they were getting looked at, you could get drafted if you threw 90, 91, 92 miles an hour. You would get a chance because you could command the ball. You knew what you were doing. I know how to pitch. There's not a ton of loud contact, and I'm just getting guys out. No, I'm not giving up any runs. They don't draft those guys anymore. They draft guys that throw 100 miles an hour. They draft guys that have sliders that break this much.
But what if a guy from Vanderbilt is getting everybody out by throwing 89?
They won't pick him.
Well,
and that's what's crazy. They might pick him, but they'll pick him very late. And you know this from football too, DeMarco. The first round guy is going to get 50 chances.
Of course.
The third round guy might get 1.
Right.
And if it doesn't work, on to the next guy. So we're going to draft all these guys that throw really hard. We're going to work with them. We're going to give them a chance. The second the Vanderbilt guy has a bad day, he's gone. The second the guy that throws 89, he's gone. He doesn't get a second chance. And the only way you get drafted is to throw hard. The only way you get promoted in the minor leagues is to throw hard. The only way you stick in the major leagues is to throw hard and strike guys out. That's it.
Well,
now, if you're Kershaw, you kind of reverse engineer it.
You're gonna. It's never gonna stop.
No.
Yeah.
And that's why to
unnatural throwing motion, and you're throwing harder than you've ever thrown in your life. Yeah, your arm can't.
The red line thing makes all the sense to me. If you drove your car as fast as it would go everywhere you go,
eventually it's going to break.
Slammed on the brakes at every red light and every stop sign, and then the second it turned green, your car's going to break.
Yes.
Or you invent a bionic car that will never break.
You asked for the bionic elbow the other day at Children's Hospital. You were dead serious. Yeah.
Think of all the crazy. Dr. Meisel was the one we were talking to when I asked. And she's able to take nerves from other parts of the body, insert them into new parts of the body to basically reanimate limbs that were not working.
Yes.
That's crazy. You're telling me there's not some sort of cable to tie an elbow together that would never break?
There's got to be a way, right?
But that isn't that kind of steroids and human modification.
But they keep breaking. Like what I'm saying is, put a damn cable in your arm that doesn't break.
When I see Dr. Elatrosh, I'll ask him about that.
Please.
Yeah, because they've fixed ACLs. That used to be a death sentence.
Yeah.
It's not anymore.
No.
Maybe they could do something.
A torn elbow used to be a death sentence, and they can Tommy John it, but now it's breaking a second time.
Right. Interesting. But that's the crazy thing about this sport. Like, eventually, I know he's going to break down.
Go to Home Depot and get a chain and tie it in there and see what happens.
There you go.
You'd set off metal detectors in airports, but you'd be able to pitch every day.
That's awesome.
Why not do it? All right, Lakers Nuggets tonight, and the Laker playoff path. Woo, that's coming up. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah. Tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Inheriting a home can be overwhelming, but Seller's Advantage makes it easy. One customer shared, and I quote, "Inheriting a home felt like too much work. Seller's Advantage gave us a reasonable offer, handled everything, and closed in 3 weeks. I highly recommend them." End quote. Skip repairs and headaches. Call Seller's Advantage at 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hey, it's Mace. Did you know Goodwill Southern California is more than just amazing thrift finds? They're transforming lives with job training, career placement, and support services for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs. For more on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. Brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward.
The entry window is now closed.
But ESPN LA and BBGO are still on the hunt to find the Lakers GOAT, the greatest Lakers fan of all time. And now we're going to need your help. From now till March 24th, just go to LakersGoFote.com and vote for the GOAT. The Lakers GOAT is going to be rewarded with incredible prizes like courtside seats and a whole lot more. So remember, do your part and vote for the Lakers GOAT now through March 24th, only at LakersGoFote.com. That's LakersGFOAT.com. LakersGoFote.com.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is a leader in breakthrough pediatric care, treating complex cases and advancing life-saving research. In support of CHLA's 10th annual Make March Matter campaign, ESPN LA is auctioning off exclusive 710 appearances to help fund critical treatments for children. Every dollar raised supports CHLA's essential work to provide expert care, innovative therapies, and hope to families in need. Visit 710forchla.com to bid and make a difference for kids today.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, millions of men experience ED, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. At HIMSS, our own board-certified urologist, Dr. Peter Stahl, knows this better than anyone, and he knows that HIMSS can help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS.
Through HIMSS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs. Options at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% less than brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Esse é o bonde do Brunão. Desce até o chão. Esse é o bonde do Brunão.
Is this BTS?
I don't know. This one.
What's the name of this guy again?
Bruno. I have no idea.
This is so there's dance stuff coming up in my daughter's school. They all have these little routines.
Oh, like a talent show?
Yeah. So this is all the music they're using. So she was going bonkers to this in the living room. I'm like, what is this?
So that's where I get the text from.
That's why. Yeah. Play this tomorrow.
Okay, I got you.
I don't hate it.
Right. It's cool though. Yeah.
That's Brazilian. He sounds like Portuguese.
I think it is Brazilian.
Yeah, he's singing in Portuguese.
They got these 90-second dance things they have to do.
Is she with a team?
There's she's got a solo and she's got a whole little dance. There's like 5 of them.
A troupe?
A troupe. Yes. It's funny.
He goes by Bruninho Mars.
Yeah.
There you go. That's his name.
Does that count as his dad joke for the day or
no? The setup wasn't the same way.
Bruninho Mars is pretty funny.
Mars. Oh my God.
That's pretty great.
I'm the editor. No, we're not. That step. Take that out. We're not doing that.
Attention, Laker fans. Michelob Ultra, ESPN LA, and the Lakers are giving you superior access. You could win a chance to tour the UCLA Health and Training Center and shoot around with a Lakers legend. Enter now at ultralakershootaround.com. Presented by Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Must be 21 years old or older. No purchase necessary. That's ultralakershootaround.com for official contest rules and eligible counties.
Let's go, Luka.
All right. So, with that in mind,
let's go, Luka.
I understand that this is not what it will be,
yeah,
and it's going to change 100 times, and it will change tonight because they're playing the Nuggets, one way or the other. But today, right now, as we sit here at 9:37 in the morning, this would be the Lakers' path in the Western Conference based on current seedings. Okay?
Yeah.
They would open with the Memphis Grizzlies.
I'd take that.
Okay.
That's a job, but I'll take that.
That's right out of the chute. It's like, okay, here we go. We're ready to go. If they were able to advance out of the opening round against the Memphis Grizzlies, their next opponent would be, and I'm assuming the other brackets are chalk, right? The higher seed wins.
Okay.
You get Oklahoma City in the second round.
Okay, well, there you go. There's your juggernaut.
Okay.
You can't avoid it. Yeah.
If you somehow, some way beat Oklahoma City in the second round.
Yes.
The Western Conference final opponent would be the winner of the Houston-Denver series.
Okay, let's get it on. Yeah, I hope it's Denver.
This is why tonight I think is so important to Marco, because where you land in your seeding is going to make a big difference in what a realistic result is. I know we're all hoping for a championship, but
and this is the last time they play the Nuggets. Yeah. The Nuggets are the team that are in front of them. They've gone 2-1 this season, so this is it. This is the last chance for the Lakers to basically have a 2-1 game.
Well, look, that's why I said let's go Luka, because he has been getting hot lately. His last 8 to 10, he's up to 30 points a game. He's starting to look like himself. I'm kind of happy that LeBron is out so he can get a little more comfortable. The offense has to come around. It's got to come around tonight. I know Jokic is here. I know Denver is here. It's not over between you and the Nuggets, or the Lakers and the Nuggets.
No, it doesn't feel like it.
But what we're starting to see out of AR, what we're starting to see out of Luka, when you add LeBron back to this, it's almost like you have no fear. Like when you said Memphis in the first round, if I have a healthy big three, and I'll include AR in a big three, I think you can take just about anybody, including OKC. So I would take that road to get to the finals.
I don't need Oklahoma City in the second, and it might happen anyway.
Yeah.
But
either way, when you face them,
you're going to have. But I'd rather get my sea legs a little bit. I'd rather postpone that down the road as long as possible.
You might be hot by then.
Yeah,
LeBron's
that's what I'm
coming
saying.
back. You may be hot. I mean, Jackson Hayes is playing with confidence. Luka is rounding into form. I mean, you may be rolling by then. That's why I said I think the Lakers got a good shot to win tonight. It's kind of would you say a revenge game?
No.
Based on how you lost the last time?
No, they didn't have their guys.
I mean, it was great effort.
It was great effort, but that's not.
The Nuggets have also beaten the Lakers. They've in the last 19 games have been 15-4 against the Lakers.
I get you. I mean, just the last time out. So the Nuggets are saying that's your third unit, and of course we didn't give max effort. The Lakers are saying we almost beat you. So maybe if you get your guys, you're playing at home. So,
I think they're going to play hard. I think that it should be far more competitive. It's weird to say it like that because the other one was competitive,
super competitive.
But this is closer to full strength. But if LeBron's not here, this is not the heavyweight championship of the world where everybody's at full strength. This is I still have something that I'm dealing with, and look, maybe the playoffs will be like that too. But this is a Denver team that may or may not play everybody. We'll see. Mm-hmm. The Lakers will not have LeBron James tonight, who's incredibly important to what they're doing. So I don't know if this has a direct reflection on what we may see in the postseason. What we saw, what was it, a month or so ago when they beat Denver on that Saturday afternoon? That, to me, was a far more, okay, now we're on to something because both teams were at their best conceivably.
I do think that
are the Nuggets locked into the 6?
Nobody's locked into anything.
Nothing.
2 through 5 is separated by a game.
Okay, yeah. Well, I do know the Lakers need this game, and you can call it a mini playoff. You have to beat Denver tonight. You for the tiebreak when you think about that.
No, I think that I'm with you on this, DeMarco. I think JJ is going to coach this game like a playoff game. I think this game has playoff implications. It's because where you fall is incredibly important. I think JJ is going to coach this incredibly hard. I think he's going to have the same kind of fiery speech for his players that he did the last time on that Saturday that they beat the Nuggets. I think he's going to instill in them this game is as important as a playoff game.
Without Braun, and I'm hoping for Luka to go God mode. And just be that guy and create your own shot, create open shots for everybody else, be the guy they can't guard. That's what it seems like he's warming into.
If this were the last week of the season, I would be more with you guys.
Yeah.
It's close to the last week of the season.
It's close, but there's still, 14, 15 games left to play. And they're all stacked so close to each other that while they're playing each other, and it does matter. I'm not saying it's not important. It is important. Mm-hmm. But everybody, and even the Warriors, like to go down to the 6, 2 through 6, there's like a hair's breadth between all of them.
And the Warriors won, right? Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they beat without Curry.
Yeah.
They beat Milwaukee without Curry. The seeding will not be determined until the final week of the season.
True, but you better start winning and keep winning because everybody else is. Minnesota is
really hard
down here.
without LeBron, and not that you can't, and not look. Everybody deals with injuries. I understand that, but I would be far more with you guys if this were, hey, listen, we got 2 games after this. This could be the difference between getting the 2 or not.
But it is the last time they play them.
Yeah, but everybody still plays another 15 or so games. There's going to be movement. If one of these teams gets cold for, let's say, a week, let's say somebody goes cold for a week and you lose 4 out of 5.
That's the problem. No one's cold yet. I know.
And you can't afford. The Lakers were cold last week because they're missing everybody.
Yeah.
But
sometimes you got to hold serve.
I think everybody's going to be really bunched together until the final week or so.
No doubt.
Which is why one game is so important.
You got to get this one. Yeah, I really do. I think you have to get this one, and I think they might.
Yeah,
they should.
There's still enough variance in the remaining of the schedule. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying. I'm not saying it's unimportant, but this does not feel like do whatever it takes. This is one of those. This is an important one to win. Much rather have it than not, but.
I wish it wasn't Denver, but it is. And either way, it's a Western Conference foe you must beat. It just happens to be Denver.
I'm not going as far as a must win. It's not that. I do think though that a game against the Nuggets is more important than a game against the Spurs. You get a W here is a 2 for 1.
I agree with that.
And you need to win tonight.
I just hate that it's Joker. Why?
Well, he might not even play. He didn't play last time.
Really? You think they sit Joker here?
I think he'll play.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes. Come
well,
on.
you know, I mean,
no way you're going to give this away.
They tried to give it away against Golden State.
Well, hey, if they do, great. I'll take it. If it's free,
me
take
too.
3.
Me,
Absolutely.
Me too. But look, the NBA is weird. Curry didn't play against the Bucks.
Yeah.
Jokic,
right.
Murray, and Brown didn't play against the Warriors. That OKC didn't play any of their guys the other night against Portland. Now, what's weird, all of those teams won their games, which is really bizarre, even sitting all those people. But the idea of, well, they're going to play here and not, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just feels like everything's up in the air.
Are we of like mind? A great Luka, I think, beats just about anybody.
Sure.
Okay, then that's
But here's the rub, and I agree with what you said.
Yeah.
What if Luka is 10 out of 10? But what if Jokic is 2?
Okay.
That's where it gets interesting.
Then you go to turnovers.
It goes to, okay, do we go to our next guy? Right? That if his best, if Jokic is even a hair off, then I think that's just enough.
I mean, against the Bucks a week ago, Luka had 45, and they lost by 20.
Right. Well, you didn't have a lot of people.
No LeBron.
No LeBron and no Rui, and you still don't have Rui.
You won't have both of them tonight.
Yeah. I think your question's a good one. I think it so much has more. What's the other guy doing? If the other guy is at his best too, and he has there's 5 guys in the league. If they all play great, they're going to win 5. They're going to go 5-5.
I'll take my chances. It looks like Luka is building to be that guy we used to see in Dallas.
He needs to shoot better.
He does, and stop turning it over.
He needs to shoot better. His passing has been great. His rebounding is pretty good. I think his fitness is rounding into better shape. He hasn't found his shot yet.
I think the Lakers as a team need to find more offense. Defense, I think JJ's got that going great. There's buy-in there. Now you got to get the offensive side going to start making hay in the West.
Far side coming up next is Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Rotolo Chevrolet makes hay every day, selling Silverado, selling all the Chevy cars and trucks to you, to me, to anybody that you can think of. That's how they've won Dealer of the Year 13 years in a row, by just being terrific at what they do. They make sure that you get the vehicle that you want at the price you want with customer service that you're never going to forget. It's what Mike Capozio does every single day. Every single day, he makes sure every member of his team is dedicated to giving you a customer service experience like you've never had before. You've never had something like this. You will tell your friends, who will tell their friends, and then they win another Dealer of the Year award. They just know how to take care of you. Right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit, that's where you're going to find Rotolo Chevrolet, a sea of Silverados, all the Chevy cars and trucks. So if you've been thinking about it, go on in. Right off the 210 Sierra Avenue exit. If you can't get to Fontana, that's okay. RotoloChevy.com. ROTOLO. RotoloChevy.com. And whether you go in or whether you go online, make sure that they know that Travis sent you in to Rotolo Chevrolet.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Hey, it's Mace talking about the amazing, spectacular Cosm. Best place to watch sports. Cosm is the ultimate sports experience. NBA, NHL, college basketball, Premier League, WWE, more. On massive, high-resolution displays, you got to experience the Dome at Cosm. Immersive shared reality that wraps around you. It's like being on the field or on the court. Inside the hall at Cosm, wall-to-wall live multi-view sports. Go to Cosm.com to get your tickets today. That's COSM.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text TAP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text TAP to 321-321. That's TAP to 321-321.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas you've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
Go.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
I love his sports code. He's a heady, smart player. Who am I describing? A white free safety.
Yeah, a white guy. I was going to say a white guy.
Funny. I love sports code. So
first one in, last one out. Coach's son loves the game. Student of the game.
Definitely white guy. Okay. So we were just having this conversation about the Western Conference in the NBA, and who were you describing? Denver. You said they are the Padres.
No, not Denver. Clippers.
The Clippers are the Padres.
Are the Padres.
So I'm thinking of code. So you're saying what? The Padres. If you say they're the Padres, that means what?
That means they're not winning the title.
They're not winning the title. That's it. They're just not winning a title.
No, they haven't yet.
Like
neither have the Clippers.
Lots of talent, just not going to get over the hump.
I think you got to put that part in there. I think you got to put that part in there.
Lots of talent, sure.
Tons of names, faces,
but not going to get over the hump.
Good coaching. They have the pieces. They just can't.
And I'm not saying that's not a good comparison, Greg.
That's pretty
but
good.
What I'm also saying is the Padres have beaten people. They haven't gone to the World Series recently, but I don't want to play a baseball game when Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis and those guys.
Scary, talented, ringless.
Ringless.
Yeah.
Is that a Charles Barkley? Immensely talented, no ring.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
If you're describing
he ran into a kind of
a freight train, but immensely talented, historically great, no ring. A Marino.
Yeah.
He's a Marino type.
Who is?
I'm just describing. Like if you're going to describe a Padre, like they are the Padres, so he is a Barkley.
We were talking about this because your last segment was really good, talking about the Lakers. I enjoyed the conversation, and I was saying I was more on Travis's side, that like JJ's not going to put out everything that he has today because he doesn't want to show it again. He doesn't want to show what he did against
like if somebody called me a John Daly, what does that mean?
You like to party and play
golf.
I
like to party. I've got talent. I'm wasting it.
You've been divorced way too many times.
He's an
hit
oral
the ball
Hershiser.
A mile.
Yeah, that means
he's an oral
different.
Hershiser type. What does that mean?
Smart,
he's a
winner, clutch, prepared.
Okay.
Meticulous. Yeah.
Okay.
Long lasting, like in terms of endurance.
Durable.
Yeah. Durable. That's a great word.
Like, okay, so the draft is coming up. Quarterback comparisons. Okay, he is more of a Goff.
I'm gonna need. He's fine. He's pretty good.
Okay,
but I'm gonna need to surround him with very good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. Good.
Yeah.
He's more of a Carson Wentz.
Head for the hills.
Head for the hills.
Head for the hills.
No.
He'll look good at the beginning, get hurt, and never play well
okay.
again.
All right. A Chris Clausen.
I don't even know.
Chris Clausen. Oh my God, from Notre Dame.
Avoid him like the
Or was that
plague,
Jimmy
right?
Clausen?
That was Jimmy
Clausen.
Jimmy Clausen.
Chris Clausen was a strength coach. Jimmy
Clausen
was the other guy.
Yeah.
I was on the same page. I got it.
You got me.
I can get into mine to DeMarco.
Thank you. Just okay. So one more. He's more of a JJ Redick as a player.
Grinder.
tremendous shooter. He's smart. Knows the game.
Improves over time. Hard-working grinder.
Okay.
It's kind of like a Kobe where he's in the gym constantly.
But not Kobe's talent. Kobe was a grinder with 10 out of 10 talent.
I can't describe anybody as Kobe. I would never call anybody a Kobe.
I was using it in a sense of he's in the gym consistently.
Like I would never say he's a Shohei. Would you?
Well, there's never been
the greatest player maybe ever in the history of the game.
Yeah, it's rarefied
We've seen one so far.
He's a Bonds.
Don't know if we'll see another.
He's a McGuire.
But you were saying saying that the Clippers are scary. I said no, absolutely not, because
I think every team in the
not.
West other than Dallas is scary.
I don't agree with that. I think Oklahoma City is scary. I think Denver is no longer scary. No, I think the Lakers figured something out with Denver, and they're no longer that scary team in the playoffs.
They beat them once or twice. We got to slow down this crack the code. They're closer.
I think they might have cracked the code.
They're 2-1 this season against the Nuggets.
The fear factor might be done.
They're closer, but until we get into the playoffs.
That one, they were up 3 with a minute left.
They're no Mike Tyson.
I'm just saying they're not scary anymore. I don't fear.
Guys,
if we
I see in the playoffs, they're plenty scary.
The Lakers,
they can still beat you.
Probably will.
To me, they're no longer the Lakers playing Utah in the 90s. When you saw the Lakers play the Utah in the 90s, there's like, oh, that's it. It's over. We're not beating them. That's how it felt with Denver the last 2 years. I don't feel that way anymore. This year, if we see the Nuggets, I'll feel really good about the series.
They've got a much better chance than they had the last couple of years, for sure, because they have a much better team. But those guys are really good.
They are.
The Nuggets?
And they're
not
going to be scared.
No one's dismissing the Nuggets.
Buckle.
No.
They're not going to do any of the things that those teams sometimes do.
I just don't think they match up as well as they had in the past anymore, and that's why it's a little bit different.
Can I ask a quick question, just real quick?
Yeah.
Who guards Jamal Murray in the playoffs?
LeBron.
No, it's probably
in key situations.
It'll probably be somebody like Vando or DFS that's going to find. Like Vando did it to a lot of other guards.
As great as Jokic is, and he is,
you have
Murray was the guy that really broke their backs in those series.
Just beat them the other night.
And they don't have a point guard that can hang with Jamal Murray. They don't have that player.
But they have a guy in Vando, as long as he's healthy, obviously, that does guard opposing guards, and he does it at a very, very high level.
He's on Vando. Or Vanda's on him. Now who guards Aaron Gordon? You know what I mean? Like if you put him over here, that's fine. That leaves this guy over here. Who guards Michael Porter?
You can also flip that and be like, who's going to guard Luka? Who's going to guard LeBron?
Who's going to guard AR?
I understand. But the guy that has tore them up is still the guy that is really scary.
But it's also all based off of Jokic and Jokic with the amazingness of Jokic. And if they learned something in the time when they completely shut him down, if they learned something, then that's going to change the entire series. If they can stop him from getting 20, 20, and 20, like what he seems to be doing at this point.
He walks out of
then you absolutely
falls out of
have
bed,
more of a chance.
Triple-double guy.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think it's gone from, if they played the Nuggets in a series 10 times before,
they lost 10 out of 10 in those series.
9.5 times they're losing that series. I think now if they played them 10 times, they're going to win 4 of them.
I'd probably go like 6.
Healthy LeBron?
I think they get near half of them. It's way closer, 50, but this idea that all of a sudden they have upper hand, I don't think.
I'm not saying they're going to win.
No one said upper hand. 50,
they're 1-2 against the Nuggets this season, not 2-1. So they've only won once this season. They've cracked the code.
Well, no. So there's more to it than that.
There's context. The one they just most recently lost, they didn't have any other guys. So that one you can almost just throw away.
You can't, but they.
And in November they lost by 20.
Yeah.
And they beat them by 20 the other time as well. Like it's the fact is they're not scary anymore. They feel like they can beat them. When they went into the series last year and the year before, it felt like, oh, you got no shot whatsoever in this game.
Yeah.
Now it feels like, okay, we can absolutely. I'm not dismissing them or their talent or saying they're going to win.
No. Yeah.
They just aren't. That doesn't have that fear factor amongst anymore. And if you look through the rest of the West, also, it's all really, really good teams. Except they're kind of inexperienced. Oklahoma City was there last year, but they also got beat by Dallas. They're very scary, but Houston still really young and just figuring themselves out.
Houston is on the list of that's if you could pick an opponent, that might be the first pick.
It's really for the most part, it's OKC and it's maybe the Warriors.
And Denver.
Warriors are scary.
And
Denver's
Yeah.
but-
Denver.
again,
And Denver.
yeah, and Denver.
Yeah.
But
Warriors are
I also
scary.
don't.
Okay,
I don't
that's half
fear
the
them
field.
anymore.
And
Yeah.
they might have to play
That's
all
three.
3 of those teams.
Yeah, they might have to go
Yeah.
through all of them. Absolutely.
Warriors are scary now with Butler.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're scary.
They look like
they're
they've
playing
been
really well.
Revitalized.
Revitalized. Thank you for joining us, big man.
Hey,
love that.
thanks for bringing me in.
Yes.
It was all right.
Well, I couldn't stop
Why?
you.
Because I didn't agree with you?
No. I just never know why you're here. I just always get a
No,
little
because
confused.
they got me to thinking about sports names and like how can I put people down without them knowing it.
I was walking.
here?
Yeah.
I was walking out. DeMarco said, "Hey, sit."
I asked him to stay.
We got to talk about that. Never do that.
Never do that? Why? I love him.
Freddie Freeman not in the lineup all over again. It's coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Fun.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
Hey, it's Mace. Want a new game to get excited about? Check out Chumba Casino, your favorite online social casino. It's free to play, no strings attached. Enjoy social casino games like bingo, slingo, and slots and more with new releases every week, whether you're at home or on the go. Play for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Get started today at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
But
So I think there's a but. I think there's a but, but not a big but. It's a little narrow but.
The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on.
On LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
Had a moment yesterday.
What's
that,
up?
Just mild daily frustration that was one of those moments. Another one of my appliances broken.
Oh,
my garage fridge freezer has decided to not freeze things anymore. So,
but the fridge is fine.
Fridge
just
is
the
it's
freezer?
odd, yeah. Like the fridge is still cranking along, but the
Just no
freezer side
freezer. Yeah.
won't freeze. It's cold, but not cold enough. So what do? You call
the
guy?
garage fridge. Okay.
Yeah, the garage fridge.
Not the main. Yeah.
Not the main.
Well,
one.
that's the beer fridge.
You call
That's
the fridge
beer
guy.
fridge. So
Yeah.
you call the fridge guy.
Call the
exactly
fridge
right.
guy. Yeah.
The fridge guy says, I will be there between 2 and 5. Okay? That's fine. Fine,
Okay.
fine. So I'm home. I'm waiting. 2, 3, 4. And get a call from the fridge guy about 4:15. Oh, hey, by the way, I'm not making it today.
Oh, my God.
I'll come tomorrow. Like, it's just like, did you not know at 2 that you weren't going to make it? If you had 2, you say, listen, I got backed up. I'm not going to make it. Okay, fine. It would be mildly annoying, but this is like, come on, man.
I mean, you can't really be mad, but
I'm not
you're mad.
I'm just annoyed.
I mean, did he give you a reason?
No, I can't. Well, he said,
I just can't make it.
I think it was one of those, I got stuck with another customer.
It's not the water heater. It's not something,
No, it's not. But
it's a freezer.
And not that I would have made the most out of those 3 hours that I just sat around waiting, but I could have done some stuff.
You probably would have done your walk maybe a little later.
100% would have done that.
It ruined your day a little
just
bit.
Sitting around waiting.
But it didn't kill your day. I get you. You can't be too mad about it.
No, and I want my freezer
I wonder
fixed.
how much that would have cost to fix. Like, I wonder how much money he gave up by not showing up. $100?
Well, he's still going to come and do it today.
I know. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, if he tried to $100 to
Oh.
go 45
He's going
minutes
to 5 houses
or go home.
instead of 7 houses.
I wonder how much he gave up for that. Because you could say, I will never use
See, here's the problem. We made a mistake. We bought this thing where they will we pay a fee. Okay.
Yeah.
And when the appliances break, they come out and they fix them for a flat fee.
Oh.
Okay. So I think it's $75 actually.
Oh.
And if they can't fix it, they replace the entire appliance.
Okay, so $75 or a replacement.
Right. So fine. Let's roll. So I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah,
because that feels like a decent deal to me.
For
and
you,
and
but
as the appliances get older, I'm hoping they can't fix them and I get new ones.
But then the catch-22 with that, or the other side of that, is that if the flat fee, whatever, then he gets paid the same amount each
That's
time.
what I'm saying.
He's still got to come.
If you're
But the
if
thing
you're
is,
on the other side of town,
he might not put you as a priority if he's only going to get $75.
I'm gonna walk in. Oh, this needs to be replaced, and I got to drive 2 hours back now.
Yeah.
I'll catch you tomorrow, Mr. Rogers.
You know what? Here's the good news.
Yeah.
Here's the good news. I think that's why my ice machine didn't work. I think the freezer was dying. Remember the thing I bought to make clear ice? And I'm like, oh, yeah, it sucks. It doesn't work.
Your freezer was...
I think the freezer wasn't cold enough. I think the freezer was in the process of dying, so it didn't get cold enough.
You didn't throw it out, did you?
Oh, no.
Oh, you still have it?
No, I still have it.
Oh, good.
So
good.
Hopefully that rebounds.
Never get mad, though.
I didn't get mad.
You
I
can't
was just
get
like,
mad.
I think it was like...
Hey,
can you
don't
come?
Send bad reviews.
I think my first thing was, can you come tomorrow? Yes.
There you go.
Okay.
Will you ask him why? Hey, wait, what happened yesterday? I can read the show. Are you going to ask him? Oh, come on. I want to know now.
And you can always go walk. Just walk around your block. Just keep walking around your house.
Okay.
You could have
That's
gone
an
out.
interesting question.
You could have modified your workout.
I could. I went anyway.
Yeah.
He says, I'll be there in
later.
20 minutes.
I went later, so I got it done.
Okay.
But like walking, because I live on a cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
So I could literally just kind of do loops.
Yeah.
That feels weird.
It sucks, but you could have done it. There's a way to
People
work
would
out.
think you're crazy. Like,
yeah,
there goes
look
Mr.
at
Rogers
that guy
again.
just walking in circles on our street.
I had a trainer that said that, did you work out? I'm like on the road. Did you work out? Well, I couldn't find the gym. And he long paused and he goes, you have a floor, don't you?
Right.
You can find a way to work out. Yes.
Can I tell you about the one singular time I did leave a bad review? I left a bad review one time because I went to a hair salon and they messed up my bangs so badly that in one specific, it's not just that they messed up my bangs. The guy also made me feel weird, not weird in terms of like sexual stuff, but like it was more of a weird in terms of like that I was inconveniencing him by being there and paying him money, and then he messed up my bangs.
If you send out a warning to people, that's fair.
I said, this particular person was not my favorite. I've liked the other stylists I've gone to. I will not go back to him again.
You just described the thing that I cannot deal with, which is I'm trying to give you money and you're making me feel like I'm inconveniencing you.
I'm doing you a favor.
Right. Like that is a really honestly, like a waiter in a restaurant where you get it's like, if I ask for something or just to get you to take the order, like I'm somehow inconveniencing you.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, what do you... Like, that's what you're here for.
Yeah. It depends on the day. Like, if you let people in your house and they treat you that way, I'm cool. Just fix what I need fixed and then leave.
But also, I rely a lot on reviews when I look for a new hairstylist or whatever. And so, like, I like to know, again, for women
Reviews?
it's different because there's a lot that could go
Before
wrong.
you try a restaurant or a dentist or whatever.
It's more word of mouth.
Me too.
Me
too.
Yeah.
Well, see, I don't have a lot of people that I can rely on that word of mouth from, especially with my haircuts.
Or if I
so I look at reviews, and so I would like to leave an honest review if I can.
Yeah.
So if I see a dude with a fade, I'm like, oh, who hooked you up?
Yeah.
And where's the shop?
Yeah.
And then I'll go that way. Yeah.
I need to know the person that's giving me their input.
Oh, really? Or like, dude, where'd you get your haircut?
No, to
I'm
your
never
point,
going there.
If I saw somebody that had something I liked and say, where'd you get that or whatever, that's fine. But if some stranger said to me, like for instance, oh, I love that restaurant, and I don't know you.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that means nothing to me.
Okay.
I don't know what you like. I don't know what you don't like.
True.
If
I
he
need
told
pictures.
me, if Jorge told me this is a great spot, I inherently trust him because he and I have gone to eat a bunch of times.
Except
he and
for
I
carne asada.
That's just a bad take. We've all got blind spots. Yeah. But yeah.
See, I asked my neighbor because my fridge was down. The main fridge was down, freezer and just the fridge wasn't cooling. So then I asked my neighbor because he was like, "Hey man, do you have a washer and dryer? Because I can sell you mine." I was like, "No, I'm cool." But speaking of appliances, like, have you had a guy come and fix some of your stuff? He's like, "Oh yeah." He gave me the number, and the guy came in. He actually told me, he's like, "Hey, I scheduled for 12:30, but I can come in at 11:30." Yeah. I'm like, "Perfect, come in." He comes in, he takes care of it, and then me and Brenda had a price in mind. Like, if the repair is going to cost us more than this, we're just going to buy a new fridge.
Right.
This guy came in, he's like, dude, all you need is that gas, that Freon gas or whatever it is. He's like, dude, I can hook you up 8 ounces for this much. I'm like, perfect, got it done. Nothing is colder than before.
Wow.
That could be what this guy's about to do to my freezer.
But with the Yelp reviews, things like that, the only thing is that some places will pay you or give you a discount, like with your dispensary one time.
Yeah.
If you leave a nice review.
Yeah, that's the only time I've ever done it.
You have to take it with a grain of salt.
True.
Sometimes people get a little bump if they get a good review.
I went to the dispensary that I go to.
Yeah.
And I buy, I want this, this, and this. Okay, great. And the bud tender says to me, if you leave us a review, we do a BOGO.
Okay.
And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
She goes, yeah, I literally got my phone out on the spot and signed up and wrote a review. And she goes, here, bang, double.
It's good for their SEO, so they get bumped
We're not
up.
going to skip over bud tender.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah,
That is
I didn't create
pretty
that.
innovative.
Yeah,
I like that bud tender.
She was the bud
pretty
tender.
dope. I
She was
heard
very
that.
nice.
That's pretty.
Let me
dope.
ask you a question. If you would take personal offense to this,
okay.
Let's say I said to you, "Hey, DeMarco, I'm coming into your neighborhood, and I'm looking for a place to get something to eat. Can you make me a recommendation?" And you told me, Trav, here are 3 places I think you would really like. Any of these 3, I think you'd be very happy at. And then I came to your neighborhood and went to none of those 3, but took an anonymous review online to go to a different place. Would you be offended by that?
I think I might be.
I was too.
Okay.
Yeah, I was too.
I wonder what situation we're talking about.
What are you talking about?
That's what Slee did to me one time.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
So Slee came. He's like, "Hey, I'm coming in. Michelle and I we're gonna go this." I forget why he was in town, but I'm like, "Well, there's this place I think you'd really like. There's this if you're looking for this I think you'd really like, and there's this."
I am telling you,
I've been to all 3 of these places. I can personally vouch for all. And so the next day, I said, which one did you pick? Oh, I went to this place. I'm like, I don't even know where that is. Where'd you? Oh, I found it online.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It's like kind of like if I gave you
Thank you.
If I gave you 2 movies to see and you went and saw a third, and because this podcaster said I should see it, I'm like, okay, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'll go be by myself.
Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah. I would give you the longest look. Like really?
And you know what? He did.
I know.
You did give
Oh
him the
my
longest
God,
look.
that's so funny.
I did.
Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you. It just dawned
Carne
on me.
asada.
No, not carne asada.
Heel.
Remember that conversation about replay we were having with John?
Sure.
How do you feel about replay now?
That's how replay should go.
That could have cost Shohei a bomb.
That's fine.
Get the call right.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
Well, arguably they didn't. So
I know, but
that execution of replay
was good.
You know why?
It was quick.
It was quick, and I couldn't really tell.
Okay.
It was like what they call it.
That's what I'm saying.
What they call it on the field? Home run. Okay, let's look at. I don't know. Home run. And had they called that a double on the field and went back and looked at it and left it a double, that's fine too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
The issue comes when you spend 10 minutes to decipher it.
So it's just time. I get the call right, make it fast.
But you can't convince me that replay definitively showed that it was or wasn't a home run. I couldn't tell. I watched it 10 times. I don't know.
Right.
Obviously, the umpires couldn't tell either, and they said, leave it on the field.
Okay, then leave it on the field.
That's my point. If the ball was clearly below the line, then change the call.
But it's just be quick about it. But I like replay. If you can't tell after 30 seconds, then move on. Go with the call.
That's it right there. Literally. Okay, we're starting the replay review now. Tick, 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 tick,
but
tick,
I think
tick,
not using replay is
you can use it, but it has to be used
30 seconds
smartly.
If you can't tell, move on.
30 seconds is the absolute farthest point.
I'm with that.
I would put 15.
Ooh, that's fast.
But that's the whole point. It's too fixed. Oh, clearly it didn't go over the line. It's a double. Okay.
That just puts pressure on the people showing you the replays. There might be 3 angles.
Then,
so you get
we don't know.
One shot of all 3, bang, bang, bang.
Then we don't know.
What can you tell? Move on.
Nothing.
Okay.
Move on. Exactly.
Move on. Okay.
Exactly.
But I do like replay.
Vote for our ESPN LA BB Go Lakers Gafote, the Lakers' greatest fan of all time. Now through March 24th at LakersGafote.com. That's LakersGFOAT.com. 2 games in, no Freddie Freeman. That's coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason.
It's Travis. We're here with Dawn Wilcox. She is the vice president of the Development Foundation here at Children's Hospital Los Angeles. And Dawn, you're the person behind the Make March Matter campaign. Tell us a little bit about what it is and what it does.
Yes, so Make March Matter was created to bring businesses in the community together in a way that would allow everyone to support the hospital that means so much to so many people here in Los Angeles. And we saw this opportunity to raise awareness and money for children's health, for Children's Hospital Los Angeles, and businesses just wanted a time of year that they could unite. And so March seemed to be a good month. There's, some nuances to springtime and the butterfly in our logo. And, it just seemed like a great time to bring everyone together and give them ways to give back.
Well, it's a wonderful, idea, and the way it's being executed is terrific. I know us here at ESPN 710 are incredibly excited to be a part of it, to get to auction off some of the experiences, whether it's going on a hike or going bowling or going to games or all the different things. It's just such a wonderful cause, and to get to be able to participate in it is really terrific.
And that is my favorite part about Make March Matter, is that everyone finds a way to get involved, and for ESPN to come and offer these opportunities up as a way to raise money is just incredible. It's creative, it's fun, it gives people a way to make the donation and get something fun in return, and that's really the spirit of the campaign.
And all of the money that's generated during the campaign goes directly here to CHLA.
It does. All the money raised goes to the Children's Fund, which is how we meet the most urgent needs of the hospital as we treat the most complex cases and the sickest kids and the families that may not have the means to cover the costs of that care. That's what the Children's Fund covers, and that's the money we're raising today.
It is a great cause. It is Make March Matter here at Children's Hospital Los Angeles. You can go to 710-4chla.com if you'd like to bid on one of the experiences and help a wonderful cause. Thanks, Dawn.
Thank you.
39 U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't give it nobody's no
Is this another one of your requests?
Yes, come on now.
You know the female singer, and you know the male singer in this. Your daughter loves the female singer.
Turn up.
Sounds like Sizzle.
That's a huge hint.
Super Bowl.
SZA.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every song
And it's
has
Kendrick.
Every song has a dance to it now. Every song has a TikTok.
Yeah.
So I'm
like specific to the song?
Rolling down. Daughter can sit in the front seat. So I just catch her doing these dances. I'm like, where are you getting this stuff from? TikTok. Every song has a little dance to it. Yeah,
TikTok came from this app called Musical.ly that was out, I want to say, like 2015, 16 was the original. ByteDance owned Musical.ly, then it came into TikTok. And when I was a camp counselor, like the 15, 16 range, like 2015, 2016 range, these kids on these buses would go to the lake or whatever, these little tweens would teach me these dances, and that eventually turned into TikTok. So
okay.
TikTok's basis is in dances, but it's not all TikTok is. I never see dances really, but
why can't they do that for math?
Honestly, they probably do.
Just saying.
There's probably math
2
talk.
plus 4
Right.
is 6.
Come
And
on.
6 times 3
You know
is
all
18.
this.
Divided by 9
Thank
is
you.
2. And let's go.
Doesn't
let's do
miss
it.
a step,
I would say that there is probably math talk on TikTok. I think
should.
your daughter
Great.
just doesn't spend a lot
Somebody
of time there.
create
That's
that,
great.
please.
There you
Wow.
go.
Nuts.
That is fantastic. Why? I got nothing. You know how they do the if you win the Masters, you get to pick the dinner the following year.
Yeah.
Scotty Scheffler's menu is out for the his champions
putting out?
dinner.
Okay.
Have you ever been to Applebee's?
Yes.
Okay, that's what he's putting out.
Riblets?
Eating good in the neighborhood.
But by the way, this doesn't sound terrible. It
Yeah.
just doesn't sound like fancy.
And I love Applebee's.
So do I.
Come on,
it's
that's
fine.
a great time.
And again, for people who don't know about this, they could have any food.
Whatever you
they
want.
want.
For instance, Hideki Matsuyama, who won the Masters not that long ago, had a traditional like sushi dinner. And Kobe beef and things like that. Like, it's supposed to represent who you are, where you're from.
Yeah.
That kind of like.
But there's no price limit, really, right?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can do whatever. Angel Cabrera, who was Argentinian, he brought in Argentine steaks. Right, like it's supposed to represent your deal, for lack of a better word.
Yes.
Here, he's starting with some cheeseburger sliders.
Oh, okay. He's an everyman.
Don't leave this out there served Scotty style.
I don't know what that means,
I don't
but
know either.
yeah.
What's Scotty style?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't, maybe he likes them with pickles or something.
like 'em
I
already.
don't
It
know.
probably is some sort of sauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
Firecracker shrimp is the other appetizer.
Definitely, yes.
Sure. Right?
Yes.
Both of those are on every bar menu in the world.
Completely
You know,
unhealthy.
the people that are
Yes.
passing around those plates of things at a gathering, I'm not letting them pass me by.
Here's the final appetizer is Papa Chef's, like Scheffler, not like CHEF,
Papa
but
Chef.
SCHEFF. Papa Chef's meatball and ravioli bites.
Like him all?
Sure.
I know this guy.
Fried-
I know this guy already. Yes.
Fried, or I would assume probably fried, like fried ravioli.
The ravioli bites, they're they're probably fried.
Lovely.
The first course is Texas style chili.
Okay.
Sure.
Yes. Okay.
Next bowl of chili I don't like will
Yes.
be the
Keep
first.
the baby wipes handy.
The main course, you get a choice of a wood-fired cowboy ribeye.
Oh my God.
Or blackened redfish.
Okay.
Both sound great.
Wow.
The dessert is a warm chocolate chip skillet cookie, so it's a pizookie basically.
Amazing.
Super. Yes. Okay.
What are
everything. Yes. Absolutely.
If you had the ability to throw a dinner party and serve whatever you want,
my
prepared
God.
by a chef that would make whatever you want, are you deploying the Applebee's menu?
I might. Some of that is
Yeah.
going to be on my menu. Some Cinnabons too. We might start and end with Cinnabons. Yeah, but that's a great menu.
Like, it makes me think about my cousin at her wedding. Again,
Gumbo.
your wedding has to be like whatever you want to pay for. So,
Yeah.
you know, there's a price
There's
limit
a
on
financial
that.
component.
But obviously, like, it's kind of, though, whatever you want to serve at your wedding, whatever you want to eat. She had Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. Have a great time. It's your wedding. Do whatever you want.
Weddings are about the bride and the groom.
Yeah.
Right? Whatever you want.
In and out.
Sure.
Bring the
Ribs.
truck out.
Oh,
Bring
that
the truck.
would be good.
Bring the truck. Yeah.
Ribs.
But I think,
Yeah.
I honestly...
This tells you who he is.
Yeah, it does.
He's a Texan.
I'm
Yeah.
giving you my ribs. Yeah. What else? What else could we throw in there? Gumbo.
But
Yeah.
I
Who got
think
in
I
trouble
would...
for fried chicken.
Well, it wasn't the fried chicken necessarily.
It was the guy who
was
said
the
it.
guy
It was
who-
fuzzy.
It was
That's
fuzzy asking
okay.
if Tiger was going to serve that at his master's
Now see,
dinner.
never mind. He messed it up for everybody. See, that's a great dinner dish. Right.
So fried chicken's one of those dishes.
Yes.
Every culture in the world has their version of a fried
Who
chicken.
doesn't like it?
Nobody.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
Well, there's one person I know that will not eat it.
Who?
My wife.
Why?
I don't know.
And then probably a vegan person.
Yeah, she doesn't like it.
I mean, any carnivorous person.
Yeah, she'll eat chicken. She just
No?
won't eat
Okay.
fried chicken.
Jorge? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes,
That's what I'm
sign me
saying.
up,
Right.
man.
Yeah, she doesn't like the skin. That's probably why.
But the skin's the best part of fried chicken.
Right.
The reason you fry the chicken
It's
is
because
so
of
that the
that.
skin fries
Right.
and gets crispy
Oh my
and
God, that's
wonderful.
funny.
But,
Yes.
So, Travis, you're asking kind of like, if this was, would you use some sort of version of this if you got, like, would you do your comfort foods or would you get the nicest food possible? Because,
the
hey,
stuff that's you.
let me give you an example.
Yeah.
I won the picks for the year for NFL, and I could go to anywhere in Los Angeles, and you guys would have to pay for it. I'm going to go to Chili's.
Great.
I like Chili's. I know when I'm going to get there. I want the food there.
You and
I
Scotty
don't want to
Scheffler
go
would have
to.
made a nice couple.
I don't want to go to, I don't know, Nobu, because I don't know what I'm going to get.
Yeah. That's
I
fine.
want stuff that makes me happy.
I get
And
that.
full. Yes.
I get that.
Not health conscious.
No,
We're
no,
eating.
This is just Applebee's.
We're eating for enjoyment.
He's a Texan. Come on.
If I
There you
could
go.
go, and if I said to you, like, think death row meal.
There
We're
you
going to
go.
Applebee's?
I might.
Honestly,
this might be my
I'd probably
last
get like a
go-around.
double cheeseburger and some really good fries. It's like that's the meal that I go to when I need the most comfort, and that's where I go.
If your last meal was an ultimate cheeseburger, would you be mad?
I could put it. Would I be mad? No. Would it be my choice?
Your last
no.
meal was an ultimate
It's the
cheeseburger.
last thing I'm ever going to eat. I'm not eating
fresh,
a fast food
fresh
hamburger.
fries and a sharp Coca-Cola. That's
She
your
went
last
out how
meal.
she
The
lived.
Coke would definitely be on the
See,
menu.
there
for
you go.
sure.
Mexican Coke. Mexican Coke's got to be there.
Come on. It's not a bad
I'm
way.
down to my
Come
last
on.
3.
I went to Costco yesterday.
I'm down to
I
my
almost,
last
I almost
3.
bought the case. It's 35.
Okay, so here's the thing.
It's like I'm stranded. Like I'm saving them for the apocalypse.
Yes.
There's 3 bottles sitting on top of my fridge.
Here's the thing with the death row meal. So what if I try something new and my stomach hurts and I go to
You
my
got a
death?
problem.
But it's
with
not.
My
It's
stomach
not,
hurting.
you're not necessarily trying something new, but it is literally is the Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets the best thing you've ever eaten in your life?
Probably Probably not.
That's what I'm getting at. Like, this is a chance to have the best thing you've ever had one more time.
I don't want to be trying something for the first time on my last meal.
I'm 100% with you guys on that.
Let me see what Scotty looks like.
If I said to you could go to Fleming's or Applebee's.
Reverse here, baby.
For the last meal?
Fleming's is a lovely partner. I'd love to go to Fleming's.
For a last meal?
Yeah.
I might take Applebee's.
Okay.
That's more fun in there.
You guys and I are going to different prisons.
Again, I think this is different of a master's meal and a death row meal, because death row meal is maybe I want the nostalgia. Maybe I want to think about when I was a kid before I meet my maker.
Scotty's got some gels. Yeah. I can see him tearing it up at Applebee's. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
I can see him killing it
I'm
at
not
Applebee's,
saying,
actually.
DeMarco, if you said to me, hey, Trav, do you want to go to Applebee's for lunch today? Yeah,
yes.
Great, let's go. If you said to me, Trav, I'm inviting you over to my house. I've hired a private chef to cook for all of us tonight, and he's serving the Applebee's menu. I'd be like, that's weird.
Come on.
That's weird.
But you're going to enjoy it, though.
I'm not saying I wouldn't enjoy it, but I would be like, that's an interesting choice. Which is basically what he's chosen to do.
Yes.
But the best version of Applebee's.
Take your shoes off. Matter of fact, leave them on. That's how it's Applebee's.
Again, you're eating good. You're eating good in this neighborhood.
I will eat there and have a nice time. I'm with you. I'm pro Chili's. Does TGI Friday still exist? I don't think so.
Yeah, it does.
It still around?
Still around.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was one in my neighborhood that was there forever and ever, and it's
always there for you.
Well, I mean, it's your neighborhood, so
Yes.
they probably have another Nobu coming in.
No, it is pretty nice. I'm not going to lie.
Another dude that looks
Mr.
300
Rogers'
pounds from the
neighborhood.
neck up. doesn't he?
Scheffler?
Yeah.
A lot of face.
He looks 300 pounds from the neck
And he's
up.
not the least bit overweight,
No.
but he's got a lot of face.
When I see left tackle, and then I look
No,
down.
not his body, from
not
his
his
neck
body,
down,
but his
he's
neck
a
up
punter.
tackle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he's maybe a kicker. Freddie did not play in Japan this morning. He didn't play in either of the two games. He, just like Mookie, went all the way over there, did not play. Mookie got sent home because he was sick and lost a bunch of weight, and they're trying to get him ready for the start of the regular season. But the Freddie thing, like the Mookie thing, oddly enough, doesn't really concern me. He got the flu or whatever. He'll be fine. You get over the flu,
well, he
right?
lost 15 pounds.
It's going to take some time to put the weight back on, but this is not one of those,
Yeah.
It's just we got to feed him, and he'll be okay.
Right.
Freddie doesn't miss time. He was a last-minute scratch, and then yesterday, after they said he was, 75%, I forget exactly what the percentage was, somewhere in the 70s, he was going to play today, didn't play today.
He said 75%.
75%.
Yeah.
Didn't play today. This is a guy that plays every day, last-minute scratch.
Torn cartilage?
I
between
don't
the
know.
rib cage?
But
it's not broken.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. But what I'm saying is a guy that always plays isn't playing, and it was unexpected. That to me is a
little bit. I mean, but it's not knee, ankle. It's a rib.
But it's swinging a bat, DeMarco.
But I'm trying to think of what could it be? You had to have irritated the cartilage. The rib isn't broken. That takes impact.
But even if it's like the cartilage thing you were talking about, to swing and to rotate
That's
and to
hurt.
twist.
But those things heal pretty quick, though.
Do they?
Yeah. If it's just like rib cartilage, it heals pretty quick. Just don't move. You can't play baseball.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I hope you're right.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's not a broken rib. If it's a broken rib, tell me how you broke your rib.
I'm trying.
But if you overswung or just wear and tear and you damage the cartilage, okay, that'll heal.
If this were a guy that was in and out of the lineup a lot, a guy that played 115, 20 games a year, and he's one of those guys that has to feel perfect to play, then it would be like, whatever. That's not who this guy is. Well, he's a tough guy.
I'm alarmed by it, but not too much. It's just like it just tells me how bad that hurts because he can't play with it. But it'll heal. He'll be back sooner than later.
The Dodgers looked really good in both of these games.
Yeah,
they looked really good, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to these guys, but they played 2 games with Andy Pajes and Miguel Rojas playing all 9 innings.
Yeah.
Like those guys are not probably starters day after day on this team. They're role players.
And you got production from guys not
Kike
named
too.
Show, and you got production from Show, and you pitch pretty well.
Yeah.
Shout out. What's that guy's name for the Cubs? Is it Birdie?
Birdie.
My goodness. Dude was everywhere.
Yeah, he had a good day today.
Yeah.
He got 3 hits today. He made a
God.
nice play today. He also threw it in the crapper the day before.
But tip of the cap. Yeah. That's how you bounce back.
Yeah,
yes.
he was good. He was good.
He was the one that was talking back to the Dodgers.
Well,
I don't really care about him at all.
Trash talking aside, you got to appreciate what you see. That was some nice plays out there.
I appreciate the fact that they're rolling out 3 non-regulars and still look incredible.
Yeah.
They're rolling out 3 non-regulars, and not just because Michael Conforto gets a day off or, Teoscar Hernandez gets a day off or whatever. Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman aren't available, and that team looked like a division-winning team. Like it looked like a team that's going to be. Yeah, they really did. And if you take the second and third best player off of any other team, they're going to look really different. And the Dodgers look different, but they still look really good.
Yeah, it still had that momentum. You still have Show in the lineup, and like you said, and you pitched well around him, and you got production from people not named Show.
Dude,
and then Show showed up. Yeah,
Luis Garcia and Jack Dreyer both pitched in this game. Like those are not going to be guys that are carrying a ton of water for this team, and they went out there and they pitched fine.
Did what you had to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, they're just the depth of their position players, their depth in their bullpen, the depth in the starting rotation. It is really something
good
else.
Baseball. That could have
gone. They play good baseball.
That could have exploded either way. If it wasn't for the guy that she hates, Bertle, making some plays, you could have really busted that game open. And there were some moments, where they could have, if you didn't make some really good plays in the field, where they could have made some hay. So great win, good win. You got enough production to get it done.
They're going to win a bunch of games. I'm looking at it with
when it got down to 3-1 and Roki was in trouble. I'm like, this is a game now.
And he got out of it.
Yeah, he got out of
it. I'll give you another good and with Roki coming up in just a little bit. But first, fact or cap. That's next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah. Tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. You can run your game all season long on Prize Picks, and it's the best way to get action on sports in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. The app is super easy to use. You just create a lineup. All you have to do is pick more or less on a few players for your shot to win up to 1,000 times your money. And on Prize Picks, you can mix and match player projections on different sports. Combine your favorite basketball players with your best guys from baseball, hockey, esports, and much, much more. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Download the app today and use code 710 to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code 710 for first-time users. Prize Picks, run your game.
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is a leader in breakthrough pediatric care, treating complex cases and advancing life-saving research. In support of CHLA's 10th annual Make March Matter campaign, ESPN LA is auctioning off exclusive 710 appearances to help fund critical treatments for children. Every dollar raised supports CHLA's essential work to provide expert care, innovative therapies, and hope to families in need. Visit 710forchla.com to bid and make a difference for kids today.
Attention Lakers fans, Michelob Ultra, ESPN LA, and the Lakers are giving you superior access via Ultra courtside to a once-in-a-lifetime experience at the UCLA Health Training Center, home of the Los Angeles Lakers. Visit UltraLakersShootAround.com, and you could win a chance to sink free throws and drain threes with your favorite Lakers players trade. Winners will also get a behind-the-scenes tour and a chance to hang out with a Lakers legend, presented by Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
21 years or older. No purchase necessary. Only open to residents of Los Angeles, Ventura, San Bernardino, or Riverside County.
That's UltraLakersShootAround.com for official contest rules.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's with exclusive member-only deals. Right now, save $30 on a Little Giant Extra Light Plus 5-foot aluminum stepladder. Was $109, now just $79. Plus, save an additional $20 on the Metabo HPT pneumatic finish nailer. Don't miss out on these limited-time deals. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid 3/17 through 3/19. Selection varies by location. While supplies last.
Michelle Smallman here. Do you want to be at the draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin? Travel Wisconsin is sending 10 lucky fans and a guest to the draft. Experience the thrill of the draft firsthand and make memories that will last a lifetime. Don't wait. Enter Travel Wisconsin's Dream Draft Sweepstakes. Visit travelwisconsin.com/draft to learn how you can win a trip to experience the biggest moment of the offseason. Epic moments that become lifelong memories are waiting to be discovered across Wisconsin. Terms and conditions apply.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Aloha.
Buenos dias.
What's up?
My master's meal would definitely include as an appetizer cheesy garlic knots and pretzel bites. And I know, not super fancy or whatever, but I don't want a crudité that I don't like.
You can't have two dough elements as your appetizers. You need to pick one.
Yes, I can, sir.
You need to pick one or the other.
It's Emily's master's meal.
Yes.
And I can have multiple dough
just hand out
elements.
loaves of bread to people at that point.
I'll add that to the list.
Give me some of those biscuits from Red Lobster.
Yeah.
The Cheddar Bay biscuits?
There you go. Give me some of
Or
those
just
too.
Anywhere with some free bread, free warm
Yes.
bread with some olive oil or some butter. Come on, let's go. Anyway.
Texas
You're not
toast
wrong
from
about that.
Raising Cane's. Give me some of that too.
Yeah, that is good.
Well, you get Raising Cane's. You can get an extra side of bread.
See, there you go. Give me.
And I'm going to need $9 for a cup of sauce.
Okay, you want to know what you do? You go there,
Yeah.
Raising Cane's, get the bread, then you go to Chick-fil-A and you put that chicken on that bread and
You're
eat
a
that.
big Chick-fil-A guy.
Oh my God, bro!
Yeah.
Come on
Chick-fil-A
now.
is great. I prefer
Yes.
their tenders and their nuggets to Cane's, but Cane's got good bread.
A lot of work, but it's worth it.
So the Pittsburgh Pirates put out a video where they called in Paul Skeens to sit him down and tell him that he will be the opening day starter for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And the overwhelming response from you guys and the internet is no duh.
Right.
So my statement is no duh. And Travis Factor Cap.
Fact. It was, look, I get what they're trying to do. The Pirates suck, and they've been lousy for a really long time.
And it is an honor to be the opening day pitcher.
And it is a nice little honor, but Paul Skeens might be the best pitcher in baseball. Paul Skeens is like one of the rare baseball players that kind of has a level of fame outside of course it's Paul Skeens. It's no duh. Yes, fact.
I'm hoping other teams like follow suit. Like the Buffalo Bills should say, Josh Allen is our starter.
Come into the meeting with us.
Lamar
Sit
Jackson
down.
is our starter in Baltimore.
You're getting the ball.
Yeah,
I
funny.
don't.
No
Yeah,
duh.
yeah. It was weird.
Shohei Ohtani, you're going to be the leadoff, I guess.
Show's lead off. Yeah, duh.
Or hey, no duh. Factor Cap.
No duh. Fact.
It just does speak, I guess, to when you have a team that has not done jack squat in decades. You take whatever you can get, I guess, and you try to get all the Skeens content possible.
You think it's a waste of Skeen's time?
Yeah. Well, the look on his face was like, yeah.
I knew this.
Yeah, I'm the only. Am I a Yankee yet? Am I a Dodger yet?
Right.
Like, when can I get out of here? Yeah.
You know, when will my rookie jersey, when will my Pirates jersey be a anomaly? Like,
Right,
oh wait, I
right.
forgot he played for the Pirates.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me take you guys into my schedule for the rest of the day. I'm going home, but I have a red eye tonight.
Oh, right.
I'm taking a red eye to Orlando. I'm gonna go visit my sister for her match day. And my flight goes off at 11 p.m. I land in Orlando around 7-ish, maybe a little earlier than that. And I am going to be at Universal by 9:30 in the morning. And because I'm only in Orlando for 3.5 days, and I'm going to do Disney one day, and I'm going to do Universal the other day, and I had really no other place to put it because Friday is the match day, that's kind of taken out, and then Sunday I'm flying home, and I don't have a full day. So the only real quote-unquote full day I would have would be
Friday.
coming in off of Red Eye on Thursday, and then Saturday for Disney. So my statement is, I'm crazy for doing this. DeMarco Factor Cap. And keep in mind, I'm paying $200 to go to Universal. That's how much a single day ticket to Universal is.
You're not crazy. No, why is that crazy?
Because I'm coming off a red eye and going straight to an all day amusement park.
It's
event.
gonna suck, but you're doing it for a reason, right?
Because I want to see the amusement park.
You can make up the sleep and sleep on the plane. No, that's cap. No, that's not crazy.
Max amount of sleep I can get a plane
Sometimes
is
you
4
gotta
hours.
do it like that. Yeah.
Travis.
Yeah, you are fact. Because Well, this is not if you were flying to see the Taj Mahal or something. It's like it's a once in a lifetime.
I mean, don't talk about Shrek Swamp like that. It is the Taj Mahal.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Apologies.
See? There you go.
It is your filet of fish sandwich, I understand. But it's Universal Studios. It'll be there. It's not going anywhere. Orlando, I would imagine to get back to Orlando is not the most challenging get in the rest of your life that you could get there.
I'm probably not going back to Orlando.
Well, okay, but
much there?
to be that sleep deprived for something that do they not have Swamp Shrek here?
I don't know.
Swamp
I
Shrek?
actually don't know if they have Shrek's Swamp here.
Yeah.
But and also the Harry Potter world is much smaller here than it is over there.
Okay,
it's like twice the size.
I'm not trying to throw, but being sleep deprived like that, and then having a full day doing something where you want to enjoy it, then just
You'll
kind
be
of
all
looking
right.
through
You can
bleary
handle it.
eyes, I would not.
Look up, get a
Jorge?
Red Bull.
No, I don't think. I mean, the only crazy thing about that is back-to-back amusement park days. I mean, I get tired.
It's not
just,
back to back. I'm taking a day off.
Thursday, Saturday.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, Thursday,
whatever.
Saturday.
Yeah, you do 2 parks. Just add an Orlando game to that. Just why not?
Oh, man.
Orlando
I'm not
FC?
seeing
Do
that.
more.
Magic.
I'm right there
Add
with
the
you.
Magic
See?
game to that.
Fit it
It's
all in.
complete.
I will not be attending an Orlando Magic game.
Sleep on the way home.
So for somebody who's been to Orlando plenty of times, because I used to go there
that's
like
right.
maybe 8 times a year. Just go chill at Eola Park. That's like the best thing they have there next to their downtown. Church Street is like
8
their little party.
times a year?
Yeah, because
Disney World?
No. I used to do the Spanish version.
Oh,
of American
okay.
Got Talent.
Wow.
So I used to go.
Yeah. My sister lives there, so I'm sure she's got places for me to check out. But
Church Street.
yeah, it's
Poppin'.
all about
The
Maggie.
Swamp is the big draw.
No, Harry Potter World's
Harry
big draw.
Potter's the draw.
I'm excited about the Swamp. I want to see Shrek's Swamp.
That's what I look
And
at
they're
that
also
whole
they also
Swamp
added
Shrek.
like another whole park. It's called like something world. Anyway.
I hope you have a wonderful time.
I'm sure I'll
there
have
you
a
go.
good time.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be my little sister and her best friend.
Oh.
Okay, so yesterday I told you guys about how I went to go get the new book for the Hunger Games book.
Oh, yeah.
Another reason I'm a nerd. And so I went to Barnes & Noble at the Grove. Super easy place, the Grove. So easy. No one's annoying. Everybody is totally chill at the Grove. But I went there. They had a whole little sign for it. I didn't take a picture with it, but I could have if I wanted to. I got my book. I go to checkout. And my checkout guy is like, and Suzanne Collins is the author of Hunger Games. He goes, oh, the Suzanne Collins book. You're the first one to get this today. And I was like, all right, buddy. You don't need to judge me for getting this YA book. Okay, I'm sure you got other weirdos coming in here. So I'm reading a little bit too much into the situation. Jorge Fettercap.
Look, the guy has to get through his job, and that he just wants to get out of there. He's just trying to make it a little
By insulting me?
Well, you're the first one for today. I don't see it like that. It was normal question. I don't know, normal thing to say.
He was saying, oh, 1 million people have come in and gotten this book today.
Oh, that's
Travis.
what he was saying.
Yeah, yes, you are.
Okay.
You absolutely are. He was making a harmless dad goofy joke. Like he's probably sold that
Sorry,
book
I'm not
to
reading Proust.
No, but no, that's not the point. The point is he's probably sold that book to 300 people that
Yes.
day, right?
Oh, my God.
And it's like, oh, you're the first person to buy this today. Yuck, yuck, yuck. That's what he was going for. It wasn't like, oh, you're buying this piece of trash.
Is that how you
That's not
took
what
it?
he was doing.
I felt like that's what he was saying, but that's how. And
No.
I mean,
he ended up giving me a button too.
Why are you buying this garbage? That's not what he was
As a
saying.
28-year-old
where's the book on the
intelligent
bestseller
woman.
list right now? How many copies have sold?
A lot.
I bet. Yeah, he's seen 1 million people buying this book.
What
Yeah.
did he give you a button? What kind of button? Just a Hunger Games button?
He was like, here's the last button of
Oh,
this.
my
It's
God.
based off the book. Yeah.
Yeah, he was
No,
just
you're
making a
good.
goofy
Yeah,
joke,
just trying to
right?
make
Maybe I'm
conversation.
just really self-conscious about purchasing this book.
I think you may have been interpreting something that wasn't there.
I'm
We
very
weren't there.
self-conscious.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, because I do want to read this book.
Did you
but
read
I'm-
any of it?
I've read like 50 pages, and
Did
it's
you
good.
like-
It's
Okay.
I'm
There you
right
go.
back in the world. I'm sucked in.
Grocery store, so you check, and she goes, ugh, that's different.
I
yeah.
don't like when they comment on what I have on the belt.
There you go.
I
That-
don't
I
love
don't like that either.
That
And as
would
a
make me
woman too,
mad.
there's times where you want to do the self checkout for specific reasons.
Yeah.
I don't want people.
Ugh.
Again, okay. Also,
tried this.
I
This
don't
is
want to go
bad.
to a guy.
I'm not
As a
you.
checkout person, and I have certain things in my cart, I'm gonna go to the self checkout, but they go beep beep beep.
Yeah.
I was going through, it was when the kids were all at home and the stomach flu had gone through my house. And I was the last man standing, right? I was the only one that had not got it yet. So I was the one going to the store to get the stuff. And I bought applesauce and Gatorade and, Pepto-Bismol and all 7-Up and all this stuff. That's all that was on the belt. The guy looks at the belt. looks at me, looks at the belt, looks at me again, and doesn't say a word. And as I'm leaving, he goes, "Hey, I'm really sorry."
Wow.
Like I know what's going on in your house. Hang in there because you're next.
If I'm checking out a laxative, I don't need you to make a joke about it.
No
okay,
doubt.
let's agree that we didn't see what we just saw.
Thank you.
You know, if I'm taking out like chocolate and tampons, I don't need you guys to comment on this.
Just
Okay.
let you go on your way.
You guys want to know what baby computers call their fathers?
What?
Data. Come on, DeMarco likes it. Yeah. There you go.
Every day. Every day. I love this. This is awesome.
I'm so happy to be gone for the next 2 days.
Yeah.
I'll be rid of your dad
I'll
jokes.
text them to you.
Yeah.
Factor Cap is brought to you by Data or the law office of Joseph S. Normand. You got many choices in your legal team, but family always comes first with Joe. Call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000, the law office of Joseph S. Normand. Of course, he's online at normandlegal.com. That number one more time, 213-747-2000. DeMarco, you want a little last man standing?
Bring it.
That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 2.99% APR for up to 72 months on the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, or Elantra. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end March 31st. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Get your yard game ready with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Ego has nearly 200,000 5-star reviews from homeowners like you. Ego delivers the power of gas, but without the noise, fuss, or fumes. Best of all, Ego 56-volt arc lithium batteries are universal, so they fit all 90 tools. Power your yard, power your tailgate, power your life. Learn more at egopowerplus.com.
Yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN.
I want to put my feet in the sand. I want to drink. I want to eat. I want to walk. I want to have the sun on my face. That's it.
Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
I was going to tell Travis, I have a neighbor, and he is about to be a retired surgeon, so he's done well. I think his father was a surgeon.
Is it like the Marines where you're always a surgeon?
I don't know.
Once a surgeon.
I don't know. But his father was a surgeon. He's a Polish guy from Chicago. Great dude. And he's married to this Brazilian dancer. And he's about to retire. We talk all the time. He's got his exit plan worked out. I think he might be 4 or 5 years older than us. So he's pushing 60. Or he might be 60. So he's thinking of getting ready to retire. And he's a second or third year empty nester.
Okay.
So he's new to it, but he's a veteran.
Yep.
So he and his wife have been rediscovering each other.
Okay.
Keep playing that music. So every now and then, and his house is above mine.
Okay.
So he's got the view. So every now and then he'll leave the sliding glass doors open, and they would just be on one. And the whole neighborhood can hear. So I call it, so we start texting, like, does he know that we can see him and hear him? I don't know. Somebody go knock on the door because he goes nuts. So I say when he's living that life, he's living his Tony Montana fantasy. So that's why I'm playing this song. So last night, the Dodgers are playing.
Yes.
It's about 4:30, and I'm getting up, putting the shoes on, getting ready to go.
This morning.
This morning.
Okay.
I'm confused. When did the Dodgers play? Today
It's
or
okay.
yesterday?
It's this morning.
This morning. Yes. So it's Shohei is going off, Roki's going off, and so is my neighbor, all at the same time.
Kind of early.
Right. So I'm like, somebody text him and let him know that the windows are open and we can hear and see him.
Your daughter ask questions like, "Oh, what are they doing up there?"
Not yet. See, she hasn't. I can hear it because when you sleep, you hear things. We can wake up. So I'm not going to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
She hasn't heard it just yet. Plus, she sleeps with the ambient noise.
Oh, like a fan. Yeah.
To block stuff
White
out.
noise machine.
Correct.
Yeah.
So she can't hear it, but everyone else can. So. Yeah, he's my dude. I love him.
You got to get like some noise canceling headphones or something.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. But just every now, just close the blinds, my man. You're good.
Hey, when opportunity arises, sometimes you know.
Respect. Yes. It's definitely life goals. Yeah.
Lakers Live back tonight at LA Live before the Lakers and the Nuggets at Crypto tonight starting at 4 o'clock. You can find the ESPN LA Street Team for a chance to win prizes and learn more about our Ultra Lakers Shoot-Around Sweepstakes. That's tonight, Chick-Hearn Court, for Lakers Live.
Nice. I was going to try to sneak in tonight. I want to go.
Okay.
I got some stuff. We got basketball practice, though.
What time?
Am I 5:30? 5:30 to 6:30. Nah, see, that's...
Is it a 7:30 tip?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I missed like the first quarter.
Maybe not.
I mean, I got to
if
shower,
you went straight
bro.
from practice,
I got to shower. I run with the team.
It's a 7 tip.
See, I'm not going to make it. Bad dad if I skip practice. No. I can't skip practice.
I guess we're going to nationals and whatnot.
We
so
are.
Skip practice.
So we have practice yesterday. We have practice today and tomorrow, and then we play Saturday. And my bad dad if I can't skip. I got to go.
I'd skip.
You'd skip?
There's more practice.
If we lose Saturday, that's it.
Well, do you have an assistant coach?
Of course. I am the assistant coach.
Okay, well then,
yeah,
then you can skip 100%.
No, come on. No. I can't do that.
One of my buddies said something very important. We were coaching Little League. He was I was the head coach and he was the assistant coach. And he goes, you know what the role of the assistant coach on every youth sports team is? To try to get every practice canceled. That whenever there was a rain delay or anything, it's like we should probably just cancel and go home, right?
No.
Yes,
that's not my job.
You should try to get
that.
Oh
my God,
done.
I want to go to this game so bad.
It is Andy Reid's birthday today, right? Hey! It is Andy Reid's 67th birthday today. Which leads me to think we should do a little last man standing.
Bring it.
All right, so we started with Jorge yesterday. I started with you the time before.
Yeah.
Here is the category for our last man standing today. Current NFL head coaches that have won the Super Bowl.
Oh, gosh.
There are 7 of them currently in the NFL. Emily, you have not gone first, so you get to go first.
Sean McVay.
Sean McVay won the Super Bowl during the 2022 Super Bowl. Sean McVay is on the list. DeMarco.
Peyton.
Sean Payton won in 2011. Sean Payton is on the list.
Reid.
Andy Reid won in 2023 and 24. Andy Reid is on the list. M.
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin won in 2007. He is on the list. Mr. Farr.
Harbaugh.
Yeah. 2013. John Harbaugh in 2013. Yeah. We've got 2 left.
2 left.
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll in 2014 won the Super Bowl.
Oh.
We have 1 left. Emily.
I'm taking a trip around, so I'm trying to visualize all the winners most recently.
5,
okay,
4.
Whatever. I'm out.
2. She is out with native. Okay. DeMarco.
Pete Carroll.
He already said that.
Oh, then Sirianni.
No, you're out. He already guessed.
No,
you can't guess. It's
I'm going to give him Sirianni. Is
it was
the
the
correct
obvious
answer.
one.
Come on.
Yeah, it was the obvious one.
Yeah.
He said Pete Carroll.
I thought he was actually off. I'm like, I didn't hear you say Pete Carroll.
Just said Pete Carroll.
I'm sorry,
Well, then
my
you
bad.
got to listen.
My
He's
bad.
out. Jorge wins. I'm counting it for Jorge.
My bad. But I was right. You guys didn't say Sirianni. This is the obvious one.
No, he was the last
Yeah,
one.
but you said Pete Carroll first.
I didn't hear him say Pete Carroll. I was going to say Sirianni.
All right, Jorge has 2.
I thought he was wrong. Yeah, my bad.
I'm awarding you a half.
Thank you
He
very
gets
much.
A half.
Well,
Thank
you know what?
Who
Who
has
has
this and my half today makes
Now,
me
I don't
wonder.
keep track of these
Exactly.
things. So
Ready to tally
it
is
doesn't
Emily.
really matter.
It'll give you to
You know who
Jorge.
I thought you would forget?
Who?
Honestly? Sirianni. Because it was the most recent one, and it just kind of...
I was like,
Yeah.
We forgot about Sirianni.
I thought Sirianni and Peyton might be the 2 that slipped through the cracks.
Peyton is always top of mind. I don't
Yeah.
know why that year is just burned into my brain. Yeah.
Onside kick out of the half.
Maybe he was a maverick.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I love his coaching style.
It was cool because it worked.
Yeah. If Denver becomes a juggernaut or a Super Bowl contender or actually gets in, I would not be surprised. And I would guarantee you this.
Really?
I would not be surprised with him.
Like this upcoming season?
With Sean Payton. Eventually with Sean Payton. If Bo Nix grows up and he gets...
Well, he's already like 39 years old.
I mean, keeps getting more experience in the NFL and keeps getting better. You're right about that.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Denver makes the Super Bowl, if they upend the Chiefs for 1 or 2 years.
That
under
division's
Sean
going to
Payton.
be a nightmare.
Yeah, because he can coach. The guy knows.
Everybody in that division can
Absolutely.
coach.
And
They got 4 heavyweights in that division.
Big time. And they would be fun to watch. I love the way he coaches football. And his
3
style.
of the 4 coaches have won the Super Bowl. All 4 of the coaches have gotten their team to the
No
Super Bowl.
doubt.
Jim Harbaugh is the only one who has not won the Super Bowl, and I think we're all just it's going to happen eventually. He's that good of a coach.
How old is Harbaugh now?
Jim?
Yes.
Probably in his early 60s would be my guess.
We got 10 more.
He
Reed
is 61.
Yeah.
Jim is 61.
Reed is 67 and still going. So he's got
Pete Carroll's in his early 70s.
I could see him being a lifer too. So he's got 10, 12 years to win one. To make him one of the greatest coaches in football history. Me either.
I wouldn't bet against him.
It just depends on what Mahomes does, because that's what's standing your way.
You have to, and they need to do what the Rams did. You need to jump on it on the rare times where Mahomes is not in the mix.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when the Rams played.
God forbid something happens.
Right.
And you got an opportunity.
Or just a weird thing happens. That he has a bad night in an early round and he's out.
Yes.
Like you got to jump on that when that happens.
And because he's not going to be down for long.
He's not going to be down for long.
Yeah.
And it's the year, what was it, 2011, where Brady got hurt on like the
opening
week?
What's going to happen? This is a guess. It's going to happen when Reed steps down. That transition year, depending on who they hire. That might be your opportunity to pounce and get ahead of them and try to stay ahead of them for at least a little while.
He's not going to be in second place for long.
And the thing is, the year that Mahomes didn't make it was the year the Rams played the Bengals, and the Bengals didn't win.
Yeah, like that. It's more difficult for the AFC teams because you have to go through him. Like for the Rams, they didn't have to play him. They still had to beat good teams. They had to beat Tom Brady. They had to beat Joe Burrow. They had to beat good teams, but. Dude, 15 is a different animal altogether.
Oh, my God, yes.
Yeah.
You missed Mahomes, but you drew Burrow.
Yeah. No, look, there's no such thing as an easy path.
No, not at all.
Never, but there is easier.
There's not a guy on that side of the draw that I wouldn't feel comfortable being up against. Like if you got
got
Lamar,
a real shot to,
you got Lamar in the ultimate game,
Allen,
oh my God, no.
Mahomes, Burrow,
yes.
Yeah.
Give me Ambien before that
those
game.
Guys.
Yes, that's a nightmare.
I'm trying to think who else might slide in there that's not totally unrealistic that could get in there.
Houston.
What about like a CJ Stroud? Yeah.
Yeah, Houston popping up. I mean, you'd feel confident in your guy.
Yeah.
Because you have more experience, but on any given Sunday, that guy can beat you.
That might be the one where you're like, I like our guy a lot better.
A lot better. But the other guys,
Or like Herbert, is that
Herbert?
In this
that'd
as
be
well?
a good guy to match up.
You know what
with?
Herbert needs to do before we talk about any of this is win one playoff game. At least CJ Stroud's won one.
One.
Yeah. Herbert gets a lot of love for somebody that has been
I wonder if
not very good.
And not even an MVP level. Like Lamar Jackson was an MVP before he really went further in the playoffs.
Lamar Jackson's going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I mean,
probably.
Yeah. He's a multiple-time MVP. He's going to the Hall of Fame.
He's going to have the resume.
Yeah.
I wonder if Harbaugh lasts that long with the Chargers. If he doesn't get it done inside of 8 years.
I'm going to say no, just because very, very, very few people do.
What if he pulls a Marty and you're always in contention, but you just can't get over the hump? Like you're the class of the league, you just can't win the big one.
Yeah.
Then, yes.
Yeah.
But you can't be up, down, up, down, up, down.
No.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of Tomlin, McVay. Who else has been in their job more than 8 years? Harbaugh.
Yes.
I mean,
Reed. Sort of.
Has he been there for 8 years?
Who?
Reed?
I mean, if you count Philly and then Kansas City.
Yeah, but I'm talking in one spot. I'm talking in the same spot for 8 consecutive years. Carroll was on the list, but he's on a new team.
I mean, Jeff Fisher lasted forever.
Yeah, no, I'm talking now.
Now.
It's McVay, it's Harbaugh, it's Tomlin, it's Reed's close.
So the longest tenured coaches are Tomlin, 18 years, Harbaugh, 17 years, Reed for 12 years.
Yeah, see?
Sean McDermott's been there for 8 years.
Yeah, so there's 4 guys.
Yeah,
so most guys, you just don't last.
And
that
Kyle
long.
Shanahan's there for the 49ers for 8 years.
Some of these guys are great, and if you can keep your team at the top of its division and in the conference, you can keep your job forever. Or not forever, but longer.
A while.
Without winning the big one.
Roki Sasaki was great, except for when he wasn't. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
It's Travis. We're here with Dawn Wilcox. She is the vice president of the Development Foundation here at Children's Hospital Los Angeles. And Dawn, you're the person behind the Make March Matter campaign. Yes. Tell us a little bit about what it is and what it does.
Yes. So Make March Matter was created to bring businesses in the community together in a way that would allow everyone to support the hospital that means so much to so many people here in Los Angeles. And we saw this opportunity to raise awareness and money for children's health, for Children's Hospital Los Angeles, and businesses just wanted a time of year that they could unite. And so March seemed to be a good month. There's, some nuances to springtime and the butterfly in our logo. And, it just seemed like a great time to bring everyone together and give them ways to give back.
Well, it's a wonderful, idea, and the way it's being executed is terrific. I know us here at ESPN 710 are incredibly excited to be a part of it, to get to auction off some of the experiences, whether it's going on a hike or going bowling or going to games or all the different things. It's just such a wonderful cause, and to get to be able to participate in it is really terrific.
And that is my favorite part about Make March Matter, is that everyone finds a way to get involved, and for ESPN to come and offer these opportunities up as a way to raise money is just incredible. It's creative, it's fun, it gives people a way to make the donation and get something fun in return, and that's really the spirit of the campaign.
And all of the money that's generated during the campaign goes directly here to CHLA.
It does. All the money raised goes to the Children's Fund, which is how we meet the most urgent needs of the hospital as we treat the most complex cases and the sickest kids and the families that may not have the means to cover the costs of that care. That's what the Children's Fund covers, and that's the money we're raising today.
It is a great cause. It is Make March Matter here at Children's Hospital Los Angeles. You can go to 710-4chla.com if you'd like to bid on one of the experiences and help a wonderful cause. Thanks, Dawn.
Thank you.
It's 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Makes me think of the Dodgers every time.
Yeah.
Winning Dodgers every time. They won it again today. Can I give you a small little pet peeve of mine this morning from the Dodger game?
What?
So the Cubs were the home team in both of these games. Okay, they batted in the bottom of the inning.
Okay.
They wore their road uniforms today, and the Dodgers wore their home uniforms. What are we doing? If we're going to be the home team, wear the home jersey.
You want that, but no replay.
Yeah. Yes.
Who cares?
Me.
You want that, but no replay.
Right. Then why not wear San Francisco Giant uniforms? If nothing matters, just
right.
wear whatever you want. Wear a Speedo and a sailor hat.
What if they were the bespeckled weird ones from last year?
As long as they were the road weirdo speckled ones, the cake confetti ones. Yeah, I turned it on. I'm like, I thought the Cubs were the home.
Oh my God!
Why are they wearing gray uniforms? You wear white on home, you wear gray on the road. Bothers me a lot.
But no replay.
And it also bothers me that Miguel Rojas wears a number in the 70s.
Well,
you're an everyday player. Me.
Well, that was his first number.
Come on,
I know.
What is 70? Like, why is that a weird number?
Because it's the number they give guys that don't make the team typically.
They just give them all like 99s and 90s.
Yeah, like usually, like there are two tells. Now there's only one tell. The two things you can tell in spring training: well, that guy has no shot at making the team.
Yeah,
his name's not on the back of his jersey, and he's wearing a number that's above 60 something. Those guys don't make the team. And Miguel Rojas.
Wow.
Kenley was what, 79? Did that bother you?
99.
Oh, 90. No, Kenley.
Oh, Kenley was
79. 74.
74.
Yeah.
But that had at least a specific reason, right? I guess his address when he was a kid had a 74 in it.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
What if they went to the 100s?
What's that?
What if they went to like 100?
Like triple digits?
I know Mexico. The Mexican Soccer League has the
really?
187.
Really?
Yes.
Travis,
Oh,
you can tell your triple-digit jersey story again.
Notice how she was quick to get that one.
You have a triple-digit story?
Not the same story.
Please tell me the triple-digit
So
story.
when I was working for the Angels,
yes,
I got the opportunity, which was awesome. Genuinely, no shade here at all, to throw out the first pitch before a game.
Okay.
And they gave me a jersey. And I was working for the radio station that had the Angel games on it, AM 830. And they had put my name on the back. It was really sweet, but they put 830 on the back. It was enormous.
Oh.
And my friends, who are cruel and mean, said that only someone your size could wear three-digit jersey number.
Okay.
You're not wrong.
I knew exactly when you said 3 digits. It was huge.
You need a lot of jersey to cover three.
Your
I don't
number.
know about you guys, but in high school, everyone uses the same jersey. So I didn't have a jersey that was unique to Emily. Like we didn't get new ones every year. You just have the school has this set of jerseys, and so whatever. And so my lucky number is always 6. But 6 tends to be small, extra small, especially for girls.
Yeah.
And so I could never wear 6. I'd always have to
that's
wear
true.
a
They're
bigger
like
number.
1 through 5 are small, 6 through 10 are medium, 10 through 15's extra or large. Yeah, the bigger the number, the bigger the size. And like
I know it is for football because it's positional.
No, I'm talking like in youth sports.
Oh, really?
That's the way it always was when I was a kid. Same thing.
Yeah,
Like
and that always made me mad because I wanted to wear 6, but I could never wear 6.
You would not get to wear number 4. You would have to be number 29.
No, I wouldn't even ask. No, wouldn't
You
even ask.
you still have that triple-digit jersey? Or
I
no?
do.
Yeah, cool.
You got to be in shape to wear number 1.
Well, you're probably swimming in it now.
Yeah, now you would
Not
be.
the blanket. You have to ask Susan for it.
I want
For
to
her
line it with
jacket.
fleece. Right? It'll be nice and warm. Attention, Laker fans. Michelob Ultra, ESPN LA, and the Lakers are giving you superior access. You can win a chance to tour the UCLA Health and Training Center and shoot around with the Lakers legend. You can enter now at ultralakershootaround.com. Presented by Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Must be 21 years or older. No purchase necessary. That's ultralakershootaround.com for official contest rules and eligible counties. All right, so we're talking about Sasaki, who had a mixed bag this morning.
Where are we? Are we on the bad now?
I'll give you one of each.
Okay,
I'll give you one of each. One of the bad things that I saw this morning, and this is not anything other than he had zero command of what he was doing. Like the ball was, he walked 5 guys in 3 innings. You cannot do that in the major leagues and expect to succeed. If you walk guys, you will not be successful. It is as simple as that. So seeing him really struggle with his command was one of those, okay, he's got a ways to go.
They're all going to struggle. I mean, it just depends on what happens.
5 walks in 3 innings is unacceptable.
Right.
It
happens.
It does, but it can't happen very often, and that's just one of those things that's like,
What do you do when it happens? Yeah.
Right. Can you figure it out
Right.
on the fly? And it did not feel like he was figuring it out in the moment. The opposite of that is his stuff is just electric. We saw him throw the first 4 pitches of the game were over 100 miles an hour. Okay? He was able to, like we talked about earlier, strike out back-to-back guys with the bases loaded to get off the field. That splitter that he throws that we've talked about before is an unhittable pitch. The only way that thing's going to get hit is if it hangs and somebody gets lucky. That's it.
Right.
His stuff is not only big league quality, it's big league plus quality. And if you do walk guys, which he did, the only way you can kind of survive is if you have that kind of stuff
You got to look up.
dig yourself out of the hole. So, like, watching him walk the world was, come on, dude, let's go. Lock in here.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, I guess you can just strike everybody out after that.
I thought he looked good. It's like every pitcher's going to get into trouble. They all do. It's just what happens when you're in trouble. Like, how do you get out of
There's
it? How do
different
you
types
resolve
of trouble, though.
Yeah, I mean,
there's
some
trouble.
self-inflicted, some you had glove malfunctions behind you.
Yep.
It's just what do you do and how do you handle those? Are you going to blow up or are you going to loke up?
Yeah.
And he absolutely, locked in and got those 2 guys out and got out of the inning. So I thought that was great.
It was.
I thought it was a great first outing for him. I think he learned a lot.
He did.
Yeah.
No, it was a positive outcome. It was a decent first step, but it was a mixed bag.
Right.
Like there was you can't walk 5 guys in 3 innings.
I bet Dave would have been okay with that. Like,
Not the walks.
Not the walks,
Not the walks.
but how he reacted to
yeah,
the
yeah.
walks.
No, that's the good part. That's what
Right.
I mean. Like it was a mixed bag.
Yeah.
You can't walk 5 people in 3, like, because this is one of those things. The way you lose in the playoffs is You lose tight games, and you're not going to give up a ton of hits. Everything gets very hard, and it's what the Dodgers did to the Yankees. Those little tiny moments that you can control, you need to control. And walks are something that pitchers can control.
What did you think of the other guy, Steele? Like his outing?
It's not bad. It was okay.
Yeah. 4 innings, 5 walks, 5 Ks.
Yeah, that's too many walks.
That's too many walks. Okay. Yeah. And there's a guy who started before. Okay.
Yeah, that's too many walks. The difference is Sasaki has stuff that's just like, all right, here it comes.
Yeah, right.
I can tell you what's coming, and you might not hit it. That's how electric he is.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. That's why I keep going back to Pryor and everything and teaching him actually how to pitch in the majors. Because your stuff is there.
Be really good. Really good. And the only question is, how quickly does it happen?
How long before he becomes your ace?
On this team?
Yes.
It might take 10 years.
Might take 10 years? Oh, my God.
I mean,
wow.
on this team. If he were on 27 of the other teams, he probably is today.
Oh, here. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but on this team, there's a lot of traffic on the road.
No doubt.
Yeah. I think the question for him is, at what point do you have expectations for him not to do what he did today? Because today, him walking a bunch of guys is not a huge surprise. Mm-hmm. It's his debut. It's all of the things that we've talked about. But if Shohei Ohtani went out in a game and walked 5 guys, you'd be like, what the hell's going on here? Like, he's been around. Like, Glasnow's not going to walk. Like, guys that have been around the block, and all of a sudden, like, that performance is maybe once a season where it's just not really going to happen. How long do we have to wait for him to enter that where you just know the floor is still 2 walks?
Oh, hell, if you listen to people out of spring training, it's now. But I don't know. You tell me. You're the pitcher. A year?
Maybe a little bit
10
before
starts?
that. Maybe like late summer.
Yeah, 10 starts.
Late summer.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I want to see what he does in his next outing.
He'll be good.
Well, I hope. Let's see what you do after this. This was pretty good. I hope it gets better from here.
The only way this stuff is so good. I think the only way he could really get in trouble is doing what he did today, is putting guys on base that didn't earn it. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to put together 4 or 5 hits in an inning against him very often. Like, guys with that kind of stuff have to create their own problems.
Depending on who you play, though, right? I mean,
not really.
You're gonna. Every pitcher runs into trouble.
Sure.
Even established guys run into trouble. They are. I mean,
occasionally.
Yeah, you're gonna walk guys, especially when you're
not the walks.
When you're flirting with the line like him,
you will have days where your stuff is bad and you get clobbered. That happens. You know what I mean? Where I'm just my stuff's not breaking. The ball doesn't have life. I'm missing my spots and I'm getting clobbered. That happens to the very best. But guys that
if he misses in the zone, okay,
yeah.
I misses in the zone.
I want it in, and it's not. It's over the middle.
And
I want it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch it.
Me too.
Because they don't. I think you mentioned this. If he were on the Padres or the Giants or the Diamondbacks, I need you to be our guy right away, right, or at least our second or third guy. He has the luxury of learning on the job, and it's cool, man.
You have the luxury. The Dodgers have the luxury of not having to depend on him ASAP.
Yeah.
I hope you don't have to this year. That would suck for him. You would stun his growth, and you would definitely get him hurt if you had to depend on him this early, even though he's got stuff like this. But look, if he's a phenom and he gets better from here on out, you can pitch him every 5th day, then so be it.
First 4 pitches of the game, 100, 100, 100, 101.
Okay, let me see the next one. Let me see your next time out.
That is, the adrenaline must have been off the charts for him.
But you know who also got people out by not throwing 100 is Kirby Yates. He got people out by throwing 90s. I know it's a different part of the game. It's a different thing. But
you're not wrong.
Junk bowler.
He may be the guy that we're talking about in June or July or September even, like, really? That because this goes back a few years, but when Blake Trinan first came to the Dodgers, he'd had arm trouble in Oakland, and I think he was in Washington too, but it was, oh my God, this guy might be the most important pitcher on the team. When he came in, like, nobody touches him, and he's turned into what he's turned into, which is maybe their most reliable reliever. I'm not so sure that Yates isn't that guy that, hey, he's pitched 50 times and he's pitched well 48 of them.
Yeah.
He looked really, really sharp. He's been around the block a million times. 30, what did we land on? 37 years old?
Yes.
He's not going to be scared. He's not going to be like this.
His life is dedicated to Ben Gay and Advil.
Right?
Yeah, he's that type of guy.
Those old-timers that just know how to get guys out are really fun to watch.
I love these slow junk ball, slow pitch specialists that just make you look silly because of how they're doing. I like power pitchers. That's my favorite. But I love guys that paint
It's not like he's up there throwing it,
but it's just like,
relative to the rest of these freaks,
right.
he is a soft tosser.
But if you think about it, like we think about a quarterback as they're aging, as like when they're a younger quarterback, they might be able to escape the pocket more, they might be able to more depth, but then when you get older, you just pick your spots. You know where you're going, and you know the game better. It moves slower for you.
Or you take a deep shot. You can't do that anymore.
What do managers, head coaches, what do they love, especially in big moments and in the playoffs? Veterans.
Oh, yeah. Smart guys.
Veterans that have been through it, that are not going to freak out, and he fits that bill.
I just can't stand when you got a guy open and you can't get it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're old.
Yeah.
I love smart guys, but I like young guys with cannons, too. Yeah. Get the ball down there.
They're like the Peyton Manning the year they won the Super Bowl in Denver.
That one. Oh,
God.
God.
That was one of those, are we sure he can throw it 30 yards? I'm not so sure he can. And it didn't matter because he just kept putting it where it needed to be. And he just kept winning and winning and winning.
I said, what do you make of his arm right now? He called it a wet blank, and I just died laughing. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's what his arm is now.
It was shocking.
Yeah, he can't throw anymore.
No, he couldn't throw it that far anymore.
He cannot throw it anymore. Yes.
All right. Lakers tonight against the Denver Nuggets. And how important is tonight's game in the grand scheme of things? That's coming up. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 2.99% APR for up to 72 months on the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, or Elantra. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end March 31st. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Hey, it's Mace. Did you know Goodwill Southern California is more than just amazing thrift finds? They're transforming lives with job training, career placement, and support services for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs.
Built for speed, support, and all-day comfort, these kicks are made for players who never back down. Austin was involved in every step, making sure the AR2s match his game. tough, versatile, and ready for anything. Go to Rigorer.com, RIGORER, and get your pair today. Rigorer.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LEARN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LEARN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LEARN.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Super interesting NFL idea I want to get to in 1 second. But first, a reminder, you can vote for ESPN LA BB Go Lakers Gafote, the Lakers' greatest fan of all time, right now through March 24th. So you got 5 days left at LakersGafote.com. That's Lakers, GFOAT.com. So the Detroit Lions have proposed the following rule change in the NFL. And this is from a story on ESPN.com written by Kevin Seifert. Under the proposal, the division winner with the conference's best record would still receive the number one overall seed. So, for instance, last year the Detroit Lions would still be the number one. They had the best record in the NFC, and they won their division. They're the number one seed. Nothing changes there. But after that, teams would be stacked by records regardless of whether they won their division or received wild card berths. So, in other words, we're taking the remaining six, the team with the best record of the remaining six, you're number two. The next best, number three. Next best, number four. So you could win your division theoretically at 8 and 9, and instead of being the 4 seed, which you would be under the current rules, you go all the way to the bottom to 7.
It's crazy, but it does kind of reward you for what you did in the regular season, which should only matter, right? So if you win 12, 13 games, but you did not win your division, but how often does that happen?
Last year?
Yeah, but once in a blue, right?
Yeah,
and when you
not
win
a ton.
12, 13 games and not be a division winner?
Not often.
I don't think you should be punished for that.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be rewarded for winning your division with a 9 and 7, 9 and 8 record. That's you should not get the benefit of that.
But you should still make the
You
playoffs.
should get in.
Make the playoffs,
Yeah.
but you shouldn't get the home game.
That seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah, it kind of. It's one of those things. It's like, yeah, that makes total sense. We should do that. Yeah, I don't know who would argue against that.
The team that would argue, I don't want to, like.
You can't do it now. You'd have to do it later when it happened to you.
The team that would do that is the team that is in a division that is typically weak, NFC South, AFC South, okay, where they don't have heavyweights, right, typically. And they're like, well, I want to be the 4th seed in the NFC playoffs, Tampa, just because Washington or Philadelphia or Dallas or the Rams or something is a wild card team. They didn't win their division.
Right.
And I should get this because I know that far more often than not, I'm going to have a worse record than them, but I'm going to win a division that's lousy.
I mean, the Rams would have been an away. I mean, I know it ended up being not in SoFi, but they would have been the away team against the Vikings if they played them last year.
Oh, no doubt.
This was the same way.
Well, they wouldn't have played the Vikings under this
You would
format.
have played
That's
someone
true, too.
else.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. I would be in favor of this now. I mean, you would complain about it when it happened to you down the road.
Yeah.
This is unfair. We won our division. We should get the home game. But as of right now, any team would say yes to this because you may be that team that rattles off 10 wins, doesn't win your division, and then gets hosed for it.
Yeah.
So every team should be in favor of this.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, to try to be proactively mad is not going to make any sense,
No,
right?
you'd have to wait until it happened to you.
Because it could happen. It could happen to you the other way too.
Yes,
it could happen to you where you are the 11-win team that just didn't win the division,
and you won the last 8 games in a row, and you just barely got over 500, won your division by fluke at the end of the year, and you are a hot team. but you've got a worse record.
I wish teams, and this isn't specific to football, I think football is kind of middle of the pack in this. Tinker with the rules. And not even the rules, but like the formatics of your league. Just tinker with it occasionally. Like, let's say they implemented this rule. They just decided, hey, we're going to do it. And for whatever reason, fast forward 3 or 4 years down the road, and there's some unforeseen circumstances that also, that's why you can't do this.
Yeah.
And just go back.
Playoff seeding, sure. Just don't keep tinkering with the rules of the game.
No. I misspoke when I said that.
Yeah.
I'm talking
but
about
like
just
playoff seedings, how you stack the bracket. Certainly. Mess with that all you want.
Mess with it. And if it doesn't work, go back the other way.
Absolutely.
And I wouldn't want to change a bunch of rules, but even some minor rule, like for Michael Thompson is an advocate of this, a 4-point shot. Okay?
That's changing the game.
It is, but what if it's better? And if it's not, get rid of it.
If you did that, wouldn't you have to say, like, just for Hall of Fame purposes, you'd have to draw a big black red line. It's basketball before this, and then basketball after this.
Yeah, but that's every sport with every rule change there's ever been. Did we do that when they added the 3-point line?
Well,
3-point line didn't come in until the 70s.
I guess you had to, and you do. It is put in there. Like, this is before the 3-point line.
Football
or
has
this is
extra
before
game.
they counted sacks.
Yeah, but there's extra games. There's different rules. The passing rules have changed. There's integration. There's the rules are changing all the time.
But it's an extra point to a bucket.
But they did 3 to 2.
Like home runs are worth 1.
Yeah.
If all of a sudden they became worth 2, that changes the game. If there's a 2-run home run shot, that changes everything.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but they're changing the rules all the time, and we just keep moving.
But not really to scoring outside of basketball.
Well, they introduced the 2-point conversion to the NFL.
Yeah,
right? I mean, they do change the rules a little bit.
2-1-2. I mean, but there's no 14-point touchdown.
No, you don't want to be ridiculous
things.
about it. But what if, like I've heard this proposed, it never went through, but any field goal beyond 50 yards is 4 points. And anything under 40 yards is 2. It's like
anything under. Okay, that wouldn't change much because that's unlikely to happen. It's a long shot.
But again, it's tinkering. And I don't mind the idea. Some of these would be
change those for me.
Some of these would be terrible ideas. Don't think like specifics. Think I'm thinking more just being like, for instance, when and this isn't a scoring thing, but the NBA implemented that new ball. This is probably 10 or 15 years. And nobody thought it sucked.
And they got rid of it. Okay, but that's the ball. That's not.
I get it.
Still, you put that same ball I hate through the iron hoop. It's still 2 or 3.
Be flexible.
Yeah, just as long as you don't change the game, the history of it. I guess basketball, I think, does that. Football, to a certain respect.
Everybody.
But what do you think about the tush push? About that being outlawed?
I have one reason why I don't think it should be outlawed.
Go ahead.
Because only one team's really good at it.
Right.
If this were a league where all of a sudden every team had a tush push and nobody could stop it, right?
Yeah.
Basically, you have it's 1st and 7.5 every time. We need to change that rule.
Okay.
So, but they have a play that you can't stop. That's not the league's fault. They figured out how to crack the code.
If every team actually put as much time into it as the Eagles did, you could do it because you're allowing it. If you allow a person to line up behind your quarterback, snap the football, and then shove him forward, everybody could do that. As long as your QB could take it.
The Eagles have been really good for a while.
Okay,
they just won the Super Bowl.
Then I'd sub a guy in. I would.
Yeah.
If you had Stafford or guys that you wouldn't want to risk that because it works because of Hurts. He's that strong.
Why not put in a guy like, I don't know, pick a big guy on the defensive side. Pick. I know he's on a different team. Michael Hoyt is going to be our quarterback for this play.
I was going to say Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons,
takes
perfect.
a quarterback sneak.
Right.
And you allow other guys to shove him, you wouldn't stop him.
Why don't people do that?
Well, you could if you wanted to.
Why not?
Well, it's kind of stupid to do that.
Why?
That's kind of boring.
You just said they can't stop it.
It would be boring football. Would you want to see that?
And that's why they're saying change it.
You're taking it back to Newt Rockne.
When everybody does it, then we'll be at the point where, hey, we should change it.
And that's
but
another
until
thing.
then,
I don't believe him when they say we could do this all the way down the field. You would lose guys. That's a dangerous play
you
for
would
both
lose
sides.
guys, and it doesn't get you. It gets you a yard and a half, maybe 2.
What was his name again? The coach that got Schiano?
Greg Schiano.
Greg Schiano, when he was chopping extra points.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we'll start to do. If you run that play every play, I'll just start to chop your guys.
Yeah.
So as many yards as you pick up, you're going to lose one of your tackles or a guard at some point.
This goes a little bit back to what we were talking about yesterday, where these products, NFL, Major League Baseball, they're television shows.
Yeah.
Right.
Who wants to see Newt Rockne ball?
No, but we don't have it yet. But until you change the rules, I want to win the game. What the Eagles are doing wins games,
True.
gets first downs. So until you change the rule, why not do what you just subscribed?
You're not supposed to be able to push people. That's always been a rule.
But they're not calling the flag.
I know, because I think it's how they do it. But technically, you're not supposed to be able to push people.
Technically, doesn't matter. Practically, they don't call it.
Right.
Now, maybe if everybody started doing it, they would start calling that flag. But if you're telling me the next season the Rams lined up a huge guy and did it, I'm not going to say, though this is bad TV, I'm saying, good, nice. First down, let's go. Bring Stafford back out.
And they've changed the rules before. Way back when, you could double team centers on long snappers.
Right.
And
crush them.
And absolutely accordion the guy.
Yeah.
It's not safe.
Yeah.
So they changed rule. This is not new if you want to change something that's dangerous, because it can be. This is crazy. It's like, who was your buddy? Kyle Brandt was going off about it. He threw his phone. I can't believe you want to outlaw the tush push. I said, let me put you in front of a snowplow and say, stop it with your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not yet. No, I don't want to ban it yet. But if half the league were doing it, it's like, okay, this is bad. This is bad TV.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of it. But it's not bad TV. It's actually kind of, oh, here they go again.
I would put it in. If this goes, if they try to ban it and it doesn't, then I think every coach in the league should put this in. And you could do it. Absolutely. The Eagles are human just like everyone else.
Why not put a non-quarterback in there to take that snap?
They usually do when they want to protect guys.
The Eagles don't.
If you have a rookie that you don't really care about.
But that seems like why not do that?
Well, that's the benefit of Jalen Hurts. He's mobile. He's a guy that could take that sort of punishment, and he's strong as I don't know what.
Okay, but I'd rather him, even if he can take it, I'd rather him not take that blow.
Well, I mean, if you do sub a guy in, you know what's coming. But if
we already know what's coming.
If you can all of a sudden just go from pocket passer to that,
but they only run that play in very obvious situations.
I know, but that's what makes them dangerous. But if you got to bring a guy in off the bench, you're telling the world what's coming. And then if I figure you out, there's no other option to get out of the play other than take a timeout.
That part's interesting.
Yeah.
Like if all of a sudden it doesn't work now,
sometimes they line up and tush push and throw the ball.
Not very often.
But they do. They break that thing because you're all loaded up to stop it because you can't, and then they get a guy free.
I want Braden Fisk to be the quarterback on this play. Hot and Cold's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. I love Prize Picks. I really like Prize Picks when it is baseball season. I had a little Dansby Swanson, Roki Sasaki going on this morning. And tonight with Prize Picks, I got Luka and Jokic. Luka Doncic, more or less than 31.5 points. Nikola Jokic, more or less than 27.5 points. That's Prize Picks. You pick more, pick less with two or more players, and you can win up to 1,000 times your picks. You don't think I needed Roki Sasaki to get one more strikeout last night? Of course I did. That's Prize Picks. It takes what's already awesome, these games, and makes them even better, and you can win money. Sign up with Prize Picks, use the code 710, and you're going to get $50 after you play your first $5 lineup. That's right, $50 after you play your first $5 lineup, win or lose. You don't even have to win that $5 lineup. It is guaranteed. So put the Prize Picks app on your phone, use the code 710 to get that extra $50. Prize Picks, run your game.
The biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland on 710.
I wanted to know, when everything's said and done, do you guys want to write an autobiography?
No.
That was quick.
I want to write a book, but I don't want it to be about me.
Yeah.
You have an interesting life, John. That would be kind of dope. Not kind of. It would be dope.
Travis, we're here with Dawn Wilcox. She is the vice president of the Development Foundation here at Children's Hospital Los Angeles. And Dawn, you're the person behind the Make March Matter campaign. Yes. Tell us a little bit about what it is and what it does.
Yes. So Make March Matter was created to bring businesses in the community together in a way that would allow everyone to support the hospital that means so much to so many people here in Los Angeles. And we saw this opportunity to raise awareness and money for children's health, for Children's Hospital Los Angeles, and businesses just wanted a time of year that they could unite. And so March seemed to be a good month. There's, some nuances to springtime and the butterfly in our logo. And, it just seemed like a great time to bring everyone together and give them ways to give back.
Well, it's a wonderful, idea, and the way it's being executed is terrific. I know us here at ESPN 710 are incredibly excited to be a part of it, to get to auction off some of the experiences, whether it's going on a hike or going bowling or going to games or all the different things. It's just such a wonderful cause, and to get to be able to participate in it is really terrific.
And that is my favorite part about Make March Matter, is that everyone finds a way to get involved, and for ESPN to come and offer these opportunities up as a way to raise money is just incredible. It's creative, it's fun, it gives people a way to make the donation and get something fun in return, and that's really the spirit of the campaign.
And all of the money that's generated during the campaign goes directly here to CHLA.
It does. All the money raised goes to the Children's Fund, which is how we meet the most urgent needs of the hospital as we treat the most complex cases and the sickest kids and the families that may not have the means to cover the costs of that care. That's what the Children's Fund covers, and that's the money we're raising today.
It is a great cause. It is Make March Matter here at Children's Hospital Los Angeles. You can go to 710-4chla.com if you'd like to bid on one of the experiences and help a wonderful cause. Thanks, Dawn.
Thank you.
No, he was my date. 100. We were holding hands walking in. Yes, he was my date.
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Visit San Antonio Winery to experience wine country in the heart of L.A. We'll show you and your loved ones a good time. Share a meal inside our dining room or out on the beautiful patio as live music plays in the background. Sip and shop a range of delicious, award-winning wines and take a complimentary tour of our historic winery. San Antonio Winery, over 100 years of tradition, just 2 miles from Dodger Stadium. We hope to see you soon.
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is a leader in breakthrough pediatric care, treating complex cases and advancing life-saving research. In support of CHLA's 10th annual Make March Matter campaign, ESPN LA is auctioning off exclusive 710 appearances to help fund critical treatments for children. Every dollar raised supports CHLA's essential work to provide expert care, innovative therapies, and hope to families in need. Visit 710forchla.com to bid and make a difference for kids today.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text TAP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text TAP to 321-321. That's TAP to 321-321.
As you know, we've welcomed the new partner here at 710 ESPN, NextGen. NextGen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot? Who's cold? Thanks to NextGen. Boy, time for Who's Hot? Who's Cold? Take it away, Producer M.
Aloha.
Hi.
What up?
Dias?
What's hot is I want to thank not only Clinton but Parker for this one, because I hate you guys for this. It's gotten stuck in my head. So what's been kind of going around TikTok/Twitter are these people doing not like spoofs, I wouldn't say, but they're doing what's it called? You know, when Weird Al Yankovic does like a cover of a song, I guess. Like
parody songs.
Parody. People are doing parody songs, but for LeBron James.
Oh.
So this one is Man in the Mirror, but about LeBron James. Okay. So this is from a creator, and I'm sorry, the creator, I couldn't understand your name on TikTok.
They got Luka Doncic, a reason in LeBron, the real big three. They gave up AD because they needed change, and you got to say his name. His name is LeBron James. I'm talking about the man on the Lakers. LeBron, I'm asking you to say his name.
I I
love
It's
it.
hilarious.
It's
Oh
like,
my
oh,
God.
Everybody's so creative.
I love everything about that.
That's so
I
funny.
like that it's good, but
Yeah.
not too good.
You're right.
You can tell he's not a professional singer. Yeah.
No, it's good. It's like if it was me singing it, it'd be like, turn this off. That guy can sing, but it's also ridiculous.
Wait, what was he trying to say in the song? Say his name?
I was
his
wanting
name.
you
Like
to
we're
say
forgetting
his
LeBron?
name.
We're forgetting
No,
LeBron
I don't
James?
think. Let's
Oh.
not.
I don't think there's a
dwell on
lot
that.
of hidden meaning in
I
this
think he's
song.
just trying
What's he
to
trying to say?
This
fill
isn't Let It
lyrics.
Be.
Okay.
This is some guy goofing on TikTok.
That's funny.
I think he's just trying to fill the words. You know, have you ever tried to write like a parody song?
Yes.
When you're in high school.
Yes.
You know, you're trying to remember
Do
all
all
this
the
stuff.
time.
You know,
Yes.
you might fill it with stuff that doesn't make any sense, but I need something to rhyme with this word I just had to use. So.
Said the real big three.
I think I heard that in there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lead
Did
fan.
it not include LeBron? Oh.
I did a spoof of the Eye of a Tiger in 6th grade with
Did
my
you
buddy
really?
Rick Verbalitis.
Oh,
yes.
my God.
I don't remember what we put in it, but to M's point, it was utter nonsense.
Yes,
Just
yes.
nonsense about like our 6th grade class. Yeah.
This is the stupid stuff that you remember. I remember I was in this program called Odyssey of the Mind. I don't know if you guys have it over here at all. But it
Never
was
heard
like
of it.
basically
Yeah.
like special, the special class, not like special needs class, but like the gifted class. We would do these things together. And anyway, we had to create a song.
Humble brag.
And I remember like stop, drop, and roll song that we had. It's like, gotta stop, drop, and roll. And then we would like, we're all like in a rock band or
Oh.
something.
Can I ask a question? You brought up an interesting thing.
Yeah.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah.
Were a lot of people lighting themselves on fire when we were kids?
I don't know.
Because
I
like
have
that
no
seems like
idea.
an odd thing to have to tell people how to put yourself out.
Exactly.
Well, that's one thing I do know for sure.
We all remember
Yes.
it worked.
If
You stop,
you
drop,
catch
and
on
roll.
fi-
But
yes.
were children lighting themselves
I
on
don't
fire
know.
an epidemic at some point?
I don't want to live in a life that didn't have that rule. Yeah.
It clearly worked. We all remember.
Yeah, run and jump up and down. No, that doesn't work.
No. Stop, drop, and roll.
That
We all
worked.
know.
I guess kitchen accidents can happen,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But in Virginia, we didn't learn earthquake drills. We learned stop, drop, and roll more than that.
Would
so.
your daughter know stop, drop, and roll?
Yes.
She would.
Yes.
Okay.
They do that disaster drill once a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Anyway, that just reminded me of something. But what's cold is Rodney Peete. Not because he's in a bad place. He's cold because he looked very cool. So Rodney Peete was at the game this morning between the Dodgers and the Cubs, and there was a scenario where a ball was going foul, and Max Muncy wanted to try to get it. And Rodney Peete ended up getting it, the former Eagles quarterback, and he was really cold. He caught
Lions and Cowboys and Washington. And,
I'm sorry, I didn't know who he was, and someone flagged him as
everybody.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so he had a glove on, and he caught it. And when he caught it, he put it behind his back, kind of made eye contact with Max Muncy. Max Muncy looked a little mad, but dude, you missed it.
Was it interference?
No.
It was over the fence.
It was over the fence, and Max, it missed his glove.
Yeah.
Rodney Peete. It would have dropped to the ground if Rodney Peete didn't catch it. So it wasn't like he was getting in the way of Max
it was
Muncy.
in the seats.
But it was very cool.
It was a great catch.
I like that this happened.
I don't know. I think people know this. Maybe not. Rodney Peete was not only he played in the NFL for nearly 20 years.
89 to 2004.
Okay, so a long time.
Yeah.
Played for a lot of different teams.
87 starts.
Was a runner-up in the Heisman Trophy to Barry Sanders. I oddly remember that. And he was
him and Troy Aikman were going at it.
He was a terrific college and professional quarterback.
Yes.
College quarterback and then a very good NFL quarterback. He was a outstanding college baseball player. Like not just on the team, he was like the starting shortstop at USC. He was probably had he decided to play baseball instead of football, makes the major leagues. He was that good of a baseball player. So him making a fancy catch was like, well, yeah, that's what Rodney Peete does.
Wow.
What's your opinion about a man of his age bringing a glove to a ballpark?
I don't get this rule.
If you've played in the or if you've played in the NFL for, what did we say? Is that 17 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, 17 years, you can do whatever you want.
Can he wear catching gloves, like receiver gloves, to an NFL game?
Sure.
Awesome.
That's the equivalent.
That would be cool. What is the rule? Why can't
I
you
think
bring a
it's 12
glove
years
to a
old.
game?
You can do whatever you like.
Thank you very much. Why? I
I
want
will
to catch a
not
fly
do it.
ball too. Why is this bad?
It just looks weird.
What do you mean it looks weird?
Looks weird.
I'm going to a baseball game.
Right, you're not playing in
They
a
hit
baseball
the
game.
ball
You're
to where
attending.
When you go
might
to
be
an
sitting.
NFL game and you're not playing, do you bring a helmet?
Yeah, it's like bringing a hockey stick
No
to
one
the
throws anything
King's
at you
game.
at a football game.
Balls
Baseballs
get-
fly out of the park
you should
all the
definitely bring
time.
one. You should bring
I will, and I'll defend my glove.
When do you go to a hockey game? Do you wear pads?
Yeah.
Do you wear a hockey mask?
No, but I mean the puck does fly
By the way,
into the stands every now and then. But in a
They put up a
baseball
net there,
game,
too.
part of the joy is catching a fly ball.
I'm sorry. I've gone to many a Dodger game and where I see people dressed head to toe, like they are ready to hop onto the field.
That's different.
That's embarrassing.
I'm bringing the glove.
The worst
Yeah.
version of what we're talking about here are the people that attend golf tournaments.
In their golf attire?
In golf, DeMarco, not only like the shirt and the shorts or the pants, they wear the shoes.
The spikes. What are you doing, man?
They
You're not playing today.
Well, we're standing around the grass and it gets slippery. Shut up.
You're not
just
playing
watch.
today.
Just watch where you're going. You're not
relax.
going to be asked to tee off on the 15th hole. Just go and watch the thing.
Over under on Rodney Pete's playoff games. How many playoff games do you think he started?
Started?
Started.
Well, I know that Lions team, they got to the NFC Championship. I think that was a Rodney Pete team.
Not them.
Not them.
Not them.
Oh, okay. I'm going to guess. I bet it's relatively low. I'm going to say 3.
It's 2. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
In Philadelphia. I did play against him. 95, 96, 15 stars for Philly. That was his
Let me see if I can. So
greatest run was 95 Philadelphia.
You got his teams up?
I do.
Okay,
yes.
so Philly.
Yep.
Dallas.
Yep.
Detroit.
Yep.
Washington.
Correct.
How many more are
One
there?
you may not get.
How many more are there?
There's one more.
Carolina?
2 more. I'm sorry. Yes, Carolina, and then one more that you may not get. Only one game.
Oh, one
game in 2001. I forgot about
I'm
this.
going to guess Green Bay, but I don't think it's Green Bay.
Nope, it's Oakland.
Rodney Pete
Pete was in Oakland for one game in 2001.
I was impressed I got Carolina.
Carolina at the end.
Yeah.
02 to 04. Yeah.
He was a Raider?
Yeah, he was a Raider for one game.
Okay, it also got me thinking. So, the thing that I pulled this from was an aggregator, and it says that the former Cowboys quarterback.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I don't know Rodney Pete at all.
I understand.
So I pulled that. But it's interesting what people get remembered for. Because you listed a bunch of teams that were very popular teams in the NFL that he could easily be listed as former Eagles quarterback. What people get kind of remembered for.
Which
what
team?
Yeah.
He was, you know what he really was?
Yeah, okay.
He was a great backup. Like if Rodney Pete was your backup, you were in a really good
I
spot.
want to call him a journeyman. It's hard for journeyman quarterbacks.
He's just short of that.
Is it?
He's a little bit better. He is a lot
Ryan
like,
Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
So who is Ryan Fitzpatrick going to be remembered
He belongs
for?
to the world.
The world. Yeah.
So former NFL quarterback.
NFL quarterback.
That's a direct quote. I said, "Who do you belong to?" I belong to the world.
That's funny.
Love you.
Here's a little-known Rodney Pete fact. Rodney Pete was the color commentator in the first college baseball game I actually got into.
Get out of town.
He was Prime Ticket was the local cable thing.
Yeah.
They televised one of our games, and I got in for the very first time in college. And I remember thinking,
cool.
That guy's in the NFL. And in the summers, he would do some TV stuff.
How cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Who's Hot, Who's Cold is brought to you by NextGen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. Call 833-3-NEXTGen. 833-3-NEXTGen or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. The Dupes coming up next.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 2.99% APR for up to 72 months on the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, or Elantra. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end March 31st. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit vividseats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Evan Cohen here. Picking a place to build a life is a lot like selecting a draft pick. Make a decision that will set you up for long-term success. Pick Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you'll find dynamic career opportunities, beautiful seasons, affordable living, and legendary weekends. From its high quality of life and great schools to its fine arts, culinary, and pro sports scenes, Wisconsin gives you so much to look forward to. That's why you should pick Wisconsin. Learn more about making Wisconsin your home. Visit pickwisconsin.com.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
All right, as several people have let me know on Twitter, apparently Rodney Pete was on Dan Patrick's show and talked about how they gave people helmets and gloves in the first couple seats because their like fencing doesn't extend,
isn't up to snuff,
and so it's safety reasons. But also,
another reason to wear
I'm
a
going to
glove.
say generally, I'm taking Rodney Pete out of it, okay? Whatever, you did that. Generally, bringing your glove to a game as an adult is a little weird.
You can go unprotected. I'm bringing a glove. There's projectiles out here. And no nets.
You go like this.
I'll just let the other kid get hit behind me. Okay.
They should bring a glove.
I'm trying
if
to
they're a
knock
kid.
that thing down. Right.
But I do think the netting's...
Huh?
Have you ever gotten a foul ball?
Never in my life.
Yeah.
I haven't caught a foul ball. I haven't caught a T-shirt. Nothing.
I've never gotten. I got one foul ball. I've been.
Really?
If I really sat, I bet I haven't been to 1,000 major league games, but it's several hundred. One.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I've been close several dozen times.
Yes.
Got it once.
And then those people are tracking their gloves back to the car with them.
Yeah.
I didn't
There
catch
you go.
today.
You see that one guy, the poor guy that missed three in a row? He had like seats down the third base line and got 3 opportunities.
And he dropped them all?
All 3 of them. Like,
my
oh my
son
God.
Bobby last year at Dodger Stadium, a home run. The Mets, I forget who it was, a Mets player. I forget who it was. He's in the front row of the right field pavilion.
Yeah?
Right at him. Clank, dropped it.
Another reason to bring a glove. There you go.
It went right through his hands, chest, onto the floor. Somebody else snagged it.
See?
Rams cornerback Akilla Witherspoon will return to the team on a 1-year deal per league sources.
You know, it's
And
funny.
that's from Jordan Rodriguez, by the way.
Jordan Rodriguez.
Thank you, Jordan. Emily and Jordan. It's funny. You've heard people say this, and you damn sure say it about football players. When that light bulb comes on, you see a different guy.
Yeah.
I think that light bulb came on for him. He's still learning the position. Like, he hasn't played that much corner like before. Now he has, and you can start to see the confidence pick up in him.
He was good for the Rams last year.
And he's big and long. He's got the same body type as Jalen Ramsey.
Is he as big as Jalen?
He's got long arms. His hips are in my armpits.
Okay.
He's got one of those long strider, same body type as Jalen Ramsey. If you only believe you can make the same plays, you'll see a different player.
Was it Arizona last year where he kind of saved the game at the end?
Yeah. I think it was Arizona.
Yeah, I think
He had the interception at the end of the game where basically the Cardinals had 4 shots to get it in.
Right,
Yes.
right. No, he filled a very specific role for that team last year.
See,
he did a good job.
When you pick off a pass, we didn't give people credit for baskets. We called them baskets. If you basket catch a pick, it's still a pick, we're happy.
Yeah.
But you don't get credit. If you make a play and you end up with the football and you didn't know what you just did, you don't get credit. When you pick off one and you knew you had it from the word jump, that's how you know a guy is really gaining at corner. So he is turning into one of those guys.
Deion Sanders says he wants his team to face another team rather than an inter-squad game for his spring game.
How does that work? So you're going to bring in another team to scrimmage?
That's what he wants to do.
I
but
like
apparently
it.
that's against the rules.
It should be. It's weird. I get it because you don't want to get guys hurt in spring. But when you're going live go in spring, you're going against your own people. So football is violent and dangerous. You could lose people in spring games. We have lost people in spring games. Steve Ettman blew out Mark Brunell's knee, our starting quarterback, in a spring drill.
They hit the quarterback?
It's football. He's going as hard as he can. You're not really going to hit the quarterback.
Did he not have the red jersey on?
He fell into the guy. It's a live go. It's a game.
Okay.
So you could lose people, and it's weird. Or either don't go as hard Don't hit your quarterback, then what's the point in having a spring game?
I don't understand why you couldn't have a scrimmage basically against another team. Every other sport does it.
Then don't make it a game and just do like the inter squad practices like the NFL
like
does.
the mixed practice.
That makes perfect sense.
It does to me.
Absolutely.
I mean, in baseball you play the teams. In basketball they have those, like they'll play the teams from overseas or the athletes in action or what they're scrimmages.
I would argue those I can't remember.
Inter squad?
Is it inter squad?
Yeah.
No. Joint practices.
Oh, okay.
Those joint practices are sometimes more entertaining than games.
Well, they are in the Sean McVay era.
The
that's
games
for sure.
matter because points and wins and losses playoffs, but what you see on the drills are so much fun.
I thought you meant relative to the preseason.
No, just like straight up 7-on-7, one-on-one drills. Oh my God, they're so much fun to watch. Yeah, I would love for college football to do that.
Generally speaking, I am not a fan of games that don't count, like spring training and like whatever. But it serves a purpose. It needs to be there, and that college football, your only opportunity is to play yourself before you play a real game. That's weird.
Okay, it's crazy. I know. It's strange, and I had to do it. I had to hit friends. I hit Billy Joe. He was going to be our starter, and he looked at me. And
why were you guys hitting on?
It's a live go game. It's spring. This is where guys are earning jobs.
But that seems really counterproductive to blow up your own quarterback.
That's what I'm saying. But if you don't want us to go live, don't make it a game. So it's weird.
How about this? Let's go live, but don't hit the quarterback.
Then it's not live.
Okay. I guess.
And even if we say you can't hit the quarterback, he's still dropping back the pass.
Yeah.
I'm rushing the passer.
Yeah.
I understand. He can hit his thumb on my helmet.
That is just bad luck. But if putting my head down and burying my own guy, that seems bad.
Billy said, if I get hurt, all is lost. And I knew what he meant, but I'm like, then they should take you out because I need this job. Yeah.
Quarterback is coming back to Netflix. The three main characters: Kirk Cousins, Joe Burrow, and Jared Goff.
Interesting. I like the Kirk Cousins angle because
Me too.
But why him again?
Well, he's in a different spot.
And it's last season when we might see that draft happen and see his raw reaction to having Penix being drafted and then having him deal with, kind of a fall from grace, benching.
It's a good story around him, but I mean, why couldn't you throw Josh Allen in there?
Well, they have to
maybe
agree
he didn't want to do it, but Kirk Cousins, A, clearly resonated with people.
Yeah.
And B, his story's very different than it was the last time we saw him.
Spectacular.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going down that route, then give me an update on Mariota.
That he still sucks?
I mean, that was just as compelling. Like, oh my God, dude, that's bad.
They got that so right. They got the megastar.
Yeah.
They got a guy fighting for his playoff spot in Kirk Cousins, a guy, I don't want to say middle of the pack derisively, but middle of the pack.
Yeah.
And they got a guy barely holding on to his spot in the league.
But I mean, Kirk Cousins kind of barely holding on to his spot in the league, even though he's getting paid a lot.
He just took over that spot. He's in the Mariota spot.
And then Goff is extremely successsul this year. And then you got Joe Burrow having a disappointing year, even though he played very well.
I would love to see some personality out of Goff. Like, let me see what really because
does he have one? I'm genuinely asking.
He does, but his circle is so small and guarded. I would love to see what's on the inside of that guy.
I'd watch that.
Who's the other one? I'm sorry,
Burrow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
I'd love to see.
Rock
Well, because
star.
also Joe Burrow got robbed in the middle of this season. So
Yeah.
I'm sure we're going to have to see that.
He got what?
Robbed at his house.
Robbed.
And we found, so.
You know what's funny? I thought that's what you said.
Yeah.
But I thought you meant like he got robbed of an award or something. Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, he was
He got robbed.
Okay, see, that's where my brain went. That first day when the Dodgers were being introduced in Japan, I'm like, I hope they have somebody watching their houses.
Okay, look, if I'm Shohei or Mookie or Fred, one of those guys.
Right.
First of all, I would imagine a lot of their families are back here,
I
but
hope
I would have
so.
somebody house sit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe hired somebody.
Well, they're in Japan. You can't make it home.
Well, yeah, that's why. Hey, Mr. Smith, why don't you park yourself in my kitchen here for the next few days and make it very obvious that you're here?
There you go.
Yeah.
Right. Leave the lights on.
Yeah, and
there you go.
Throw a party if you want.
There you go.
Yeah,
yes,
a
sir.
small party. A small party. Supercross Talk's coming up next.
And Ireland.
Can you do a cartwheel, John, if you were pressed?
I used to be able to, but I haven't done it in so long.
I've not done a cartwheel in a really long time. I'm sure I can.
The biggest show on the radio, weekdays at noon.
On 710 ESPN.
Well, it's National Cocktail Day this week, or as I call it, every day at Morongo.
Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Lucky gift giveaway. Get a 3-quart ceramic saucepan when you earn 500 points on your rewards card, the 25th.
Number 2.
Fog Hat live May 23rd.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Cadillac Lyric. Earn entries now playing table games with your rewards card and be here at 10 p on the 30th to win.
Morongo, good times.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Rotolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going and going and going.
Yes! Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Are you downsizing or inheriting a home? Want to cash in on your equity? Call Seller's Advantage. They buy homes as is with no costly repairs, agents, or commissions. Get a competitive cash offer and close in days or on your timeline. Seller's Advantage has over 20 years of experience and even offers a $10,000 advance for moving expenses. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your no-obligation offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
The CONCACAF Nations League Finals arrive at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, March 20th to 23rd. USA versus Panama, followed by Canada versus Mexico. The dream is now. Don't miss the Final 4 national teams in the semifinals doubleheader. 1 ticket, 2 matchups. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster. For more information, visit CONCACAFNationsLeague.com/tickets.
Hey, basketball fans, John Ireland here. Austin Reeves has been playing lights out, and now he's bringing that same energy to his brand new signature shoe, the AR2s from Rigorer. Designed for top performance and comfort, these kicks are for players who grind just like Austin. He was hands-on in crafting every detail, making sure the AR2s deliver on and off the court. So go to Rigorer.com, Rigorer. Don't wait. Own a pair of Austin Reeves' shoes. That's Rigorer.com.
Hello, I'm Richard Navarro, General Manager at Fleming Steakhouse and Wine Bar in downtown Los Angeles, where unforgettable dining meets the heart of the city. Whether it's prime steaks, fresh seafood, or your handcrafted cocktail, we're here to make your next experience out exceptional. Call us today at 213-745-9911 to reserve your next table. We're open for lunch and dinner. Fleming's, where great steaks, good times. Call at 213-745-9911.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
So I heard a promo for your show.
Okay.
And
good promo?
Yeah, I liked
Oh,
it. It was
okay,
good. It caught my attention.
All
and I
right.
have follow-up questions.
Okay.
You have 30 pages of a book in a drawer?
I do.
Can you share what they're about?
It is about a kid playing Little League.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's about a
Is
kid
it
playing Little League.
autobiographical?
No, it is
No?
not autobiographical. There are elements of it that sort of are part of my history. But
Yeah.
30 pages.
30 pages.
When did you write it?
I wrote it maybe a year and a half ago, and I decided every day I came home and I'm going to write, and I've got it mapped out. I've got like little 3x5 cards with where the story's supposed to go.
Storyboard?
Eventually I'll do it, but yeah, no, I like writing.
How many
It's
more
fun.
pages do you need? 30?
For
Is it a novel?
Yeah, it's a novel.
It's not a kid's book?
It is. It
is kid's book.
Sure, it's young adult
Okay.
fiction, so it's
Oh,
probably 12, 14, 15 years old.
Can I read it?
Probably 120, 130 pages is enough.
Can I read it?
No.
Will you ever finish?
Yes.
You will finish.
I will absolutely finish.
Okay.
Is this to challenge yourself? You're going to try to get it published?
I'm going to try to get it published.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Will you self-publish?
I will.
If I have to.
If I have to.
That's the new thing, by the way. A lot of people
Yeah.
self-publish because you can do it on Amazon.
Right.
I intend to sell mine for real.
Yeah,
I'm going to make some,
you want
some
the
jack off
He
this
wants
thing.
the cardboard cutout in the middle of Barnes
Oh,
and
you
Noble.
want that one?
Well,
Book
you remember
signing.
Mike Lupica wrote all those books.
Yeah.
Like
Mitch
the
Albom?
Big Catch. Mitch Albom. He wrote books for grown-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Feinstein had a series of young adult novels.
Young adult novels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's someday that's going
Good
to
for
happen.
you.
DeMarco, tell me you can't picture him like scarf, hand on his chin
Yeah.
with the
back
cover
page?
jacket.
Oh, yeah,
Not
absolutely
a scarf.
could.
No.
Well,
It was
yeah,
like
you're
before
an
sunset
author
you're
at
in
this
Paris.
point.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely
Maybe
could.
a beret. or
yes.
Sure. When I
something
touch,
jaunty.
when I get into the French market, I will wear the
Maison.
beret. Yeah, exactly.
Steve Maison.
Yeah, and Ireland said that he wants to write one too. And
Does he?
That's what I heard
That's
in
what
the
it says in the promo. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't want to write an autobiographical
Right.
book.
Right.
I don't believe in autobiographical books.
Why not?
You don't
'Cause-
believe?
No, because I want a biography. I want somebody else's view of somebody
You want the
famous.
whole story,
right?
not the sanitized
I
version.
want.
I want them both.
Do you?
I want them both. I want your I want
Yeah.
your version of your life, and then I want the version that everyone else experienced.
Yeah, then I want because for example, Steve Jobs. There's a huge book that took me a long time
Walter
to read by
Isaacson's?
Walter Isaacson.
Yeah.
And to me, that is a completely unvarnished look at who Steve Jobs was. And by the way, it's a total mixed bag.
I know.
Steve Jobs was an a-hole.
Yeah.
And a genius.
Yeah.
And sometimes those two things go along.
Frequently.
Yeah.
Frequently.
Kind of have to be. I
So-
guess.
Did you ever try to write a book or a screenplay
I
or
got
a
a few
short
page-
story or
I got
anything?
a few pages.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can I read them?
No.
Oh.
Hell no.
What's the subject matter?
Most of it is actually Rams stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. So
As a player?
Just the whole run from '94 on.
Okay.
Oh, that's a
lot
great
of
book.
stuff in there.
Yeah.
So there's some stuff I can't put out there.
Change
really?
the names to
Yeah.
protect the guilty.
See, that's the other part I was going to say. Like, is there an athlete or a person you intensely love?
Tiger Woods.
Okay, Tiger Woods. Well, I guess we know
We
most.
know-
Like, okay,
We
so
know his biography
There's
pretty
a
well.
great, there's a great
Yeah.
Tiger Woods book written by Armin Katayan, and he had a co-author, Jeff Benedict, maybe. Armin Katayan is at least one of the two. It's terrific, and it's all the stuff that you wouldn't want. That Tiger, I'm sure, did not want people to know.
There's some stuff I don't want people to know about certain people, but
Yeah.
what have you found out if it went the way Pete Rose went when you saw that documentary? Like, I didn't like you, now I really hate you after this.
Yeah, that could happen. That's okay.
I don't want to lose that for certain people.
Yeah, I'm not
And I don't
precious
want to be the
about
guy
that
that out.
necessarily.
Yeah, I don't want to
You
be
don't wanna
Jose
sell
Canseco.
books?
I don't want to be Jose Canseco.
Right.
Yeah. I don't
There's a
wanna do that.
fine line between Jose Canseco and being able to sell books. You need unique and interesting and unknown stories about
True,
people
right.
in order to sell a book.
Did you ever read, either one of you guys ever read Ball 4?
The Jim Bouton book?
Yes.
Yeah,
No.
years and years ago.
So it's Jim Bouton was a pitcher for the Yankees in the 60s and played with Mickey Mantle and Billy Martin and Whitey Ford and these guys. And this book is part of like the Library of Congress put up the 100 greatest pieces of American writing. It's on the list.
Is it really?
It's on the list.
Wow.
It's on a very, and it was the first ever book, what we're talking about, which is here's what this is actually like.
Yes.
Here's what's actually going on. And he told the tales.
Yeah, yeah.
And put names to it. And it was written in, I want to say 1970 or 71.
Okay.
It's still incredibly
Is
funny.
it? If you read it today, it would still be good.
It's funny. Now, there's a lot of parts that are incredibly dated.
Sure.
There's a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of parts that go, I don't even, but there's a lot of parts, oh my God, I can't believe that's in there.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
got blackballed from the Yankees for like 40 years.
Because of
then-
the book?
Yes.
Yes,
And then
that's what
didn't
I'm
he-
that's
Yeah.
a choice,
Did-
right?
Yeah.
Did he become a congressman or a
Yeah, yeah.
senator or a governor? Something.
I don't know if he went into politics. You know what? He invented Big League Chew.
He did invent
Oh my
it?
God.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
He's responsible.
He's
Oh.
had like this really, I believe he passed fairly recently. And
Yeah.
he got a little strange the older he got.
Okay.
Oh, God, that
yeah.
never happens.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Say hello to not stepdad Leo.
Wouldn't that be? I mean, wouldn't that be considered snitching though? If you wrote a book and you told like team secrets that aren't supposed to get out,
it's
For money?
If it's not, it's certainly
Yeah.
in the neighborhood.
I
Yeah,
would have
it's right
loaned you
there.
the money. Don't
Yeah.
put that in print, man. Are you crazy?
No, it's
yeah.
yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah.
I guess it is.
Guy's leading the
It
church
changed the
now.
game though.
That's what I'm saying. The
Because
guy's a pastor now.
But
You
there's a
gonna put that out
difference
there?
between snitching and telling an inside story.
Yeah.
You can tell an inside story without necessarily snitching.
True, but some of the juiciest stuff might be considered snitchy.
Charge extra for that.
Because there were only 4
Charge a
people in the
little
room,
more.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
We're talking. Ireland got here. We're talking about the promo I heard for your guys' show, where you were talking about you wanted to write a book, not an autobiography,
right?
But you wanted to write a book. What would you write about?
I already wrote one.
You did?
Yeah. I'm deciding whether or not. You know what? I should let.
Wait a minute. You already wrote one?
Yeah,
I would
I
love
wrote
to
it.
read
On,
it.
I will give it to you to read.
Okay.
And you tell me if you think anybody else would be interested to read it. I wrote it the year I kept a full diary. The year Peyton and Malone joined the Lakers to play with Shaq and Kobe.
Oh,
that is.
I am all in.
I just don't think it's good enough. But
I
I will
would-
send.
I
I will
would
let
love
you
to
be
read
the
it.
judge.
Get one of them co-writers.
Get
So
rid
to
of-
say,
have
if
you-
I'm John Ireland
And
really
I
smart guy.
probably, I think you'll come to this conclusion. I probably couldn't release it while I'm still working for the team.
Oh, really?
What
It's
are you
that
guys were
inside.
just
That's
talking
what we're
about?
just talking about. Yeah,
Let me put it to you this way.
Although all those guys are retired
If
now.
if I put the book down and went, that was awesome,
Yeah.
that's probably something you shouldn't release until you're done.
Yeah.
If it's just a
I
history
totally-
of the season.
totally agree.
If it's
Although
just
it's
like,
been
oh, okay.
so long ago, John.
Doesn't matter. They're still knocking
Yeah,
around.
but I think in the back of my mind, as I was writing it, I was saying, don't write anything that'll get you fired. And when you go into it with that attitude, it's not normally
Probably
very
not
good.
edgy
If,
enough.
if I'm reading like, oh my goodness, then you got to wait.
You know, I don't even know if I saved it. I'll say it's somewhere. I put it. I
Did
remember.
you go through the editing process, or is this just you?
No.
Okay.
I let 3 of my friends read it. They all liked it, but they're all Laker diehards.
I would love to read.
So
it.
if I can find it,
there are
I
a
will
lot of
let you
Laker
read
Was
it.
that a
Diehards out there.
drama-filled era?
Well, it's
I
the
guess there
beginning of
was some-
Shaq and Kobe
Okay.
trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that team I thought was interesting because it had more star power than any Laker team ever.
Right.
Four Hall
Peyton.
of Famers in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who was the 5th person in that lineup?
Believe it or not, Devin George.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was the one guy who didn't start. But you guys were talking earlier about Rodney P catching that taking that foul ball away from Max Muncy. So, Trev, you've probably heard the story, but DeMarco, I don't think you have. The issue that people sometimes have a problem with is when adults
We were talking about this.
take things away from kids.
Yes.
So, Mace, you got to tell the Daryl Strawberry story about your dad. I never get tired of this story.
This is good.
Okay, so my dad was like a great big kid, even into his 60s. Great big kid. So we would go to ball games, and my dad was an autograph collector. And so my dad would want to get everybody's autograph. He was a gigantic fan of the New York Mets.
So he's out there with all the kids sticking their
So
hands.
he's down at the railing with all the kids getting people to sign his baseball. And so he starts yelling, "Straw!" He's yelling to Daryl Strawberry. "Straw! Straw!" Finally, Daryl Strawberry walks over. And my dad says, "Tell Gooden to come over here. I don't have his autograph yet."
No. Oh my God.
DeMarco, how would you react to that?
I
If they would
wouldn't
have
know
gone,
what to say.
DeMarco, and then you come over. Send Marshall Falk
I
over.
wouldn't
We
know
don't
what
have
to say. I'd be stunned. I'm like, the Stones
I
on
would
you.
literally
Oh
laugh
my
out loud.
God.
That's
Wow.
incredible.
My dad literally, there was no celebrity in the world that my dad wouldn't mug. By the way, some of this is genetic.
Right.
Because I'm very much the same.
Not
So-
as bad, but you've got some
Oh, my
incidents like
God.
this.
You're going to annoy. You see a famous person that you recognize, and you're going
Trav, I'll take
over.
a step further. Mason hates when I tell the story, but one day we're sitting in here. We're in this studio.
The great Emmanuel Shrieky.
And Emmanuel Shrieky from Entourage is sitting in the, we have a fishbowl, so he's sitting in the lobby, and Mace goes, "John, who's that girl?" And I go, "Oh, that's Emmanuel Shrieky. She's on Entourage." He goes, "Great." And he grabs his phone. He didn't know who she was.
Right.
Runs out, and to let you know about this mentality, runs out because he had to get a picture for the gram. All right. So
wow.
then Singer is standing in the doorway,
yeah.
and Singer, and without the least bit of hesitancy or awkwardness, goes, "Well, if he's getting one, I'm getting one."
Oh my God.
And these guys are all running out to take pictures with the gay guys running out to take a picture with the hot girl, and it starts a run.
I'm not.
And-
By the way, that was a while ago. I'm not sure. Was I gay back? Oh, no, I definitely was
I'm not
gay.
sure what team you were on
I'd have
back
known
then.
I was gay.
Hilarious.
But
Are you going at somebody that you? It's a famous person that people are like, oh, that's that person.
Like go Gaga over?
No, means nothing to you. You don't know who that person is.
Yeah.
And the DeMarco Emmanuel Shrieky is over there, and there's a line of people that want to take a picture, but she means nothing to you. Or taking the picture.
No, probably not. No.
See,
no.
I don't really mug celebrities for pictures anymore. There are moments where I would like to,
like who?
Like Kim Kardashian was in the press room at a Lakers game. And
That's
I'm
a
like,
yes.
and she would do it.
Oh
That's a
my
yes.
God.
She loves
That's
getting
a yes.
picture
And
taken.
she, by the way, could not have been nicer. Talked to everybody.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I just
But
don't
what do you
wanna be-
do with it?
Put it on
You and I are so alike.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Trav, I had all the exact same questions.
Yeah, okay, I have it. Okay.
Well, Mason posted on his Instagram, and Cappy does this too, a picture of himself. No one else is in the photo, naked under a waterfall. So the water is covering him up?
Yeah.
Would you, Travis, I think you would pay me not to post that picture,
Oh, my
wouldn't
God.
you?
Well, in my current level of fitness, I would be more likely to do it than not.
Here's how great that picture is. It happened like maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, at least. Yeah.
And you're still talking about it.
But that was the intent, right?
Yeah,
So I get it. So the waterfall is doing its job, right?
Correct.
But is it still a flattering photo of you?
I think it's a very flattering photo myself. Yes, I think it's a very flattering photo.
Like if I'm under there with, like
Emmanuel Shrieky.
Emmanuel Shrieky, then I'll put it on.
I knew we could get back to Emmanuel Shrieky.
I get the idea of me going over to, like, for instance, George Brett's my favorite baseball player, non-Dodger of all time. If I saw George Brett, I met him a few times, but let's say I hadn't.
South Bay guy.
I would love
Manhattan
to go
Beach
over
guy.
to him and say, I'm sorry, I just think you were great. Loved watching you play. Have a nice day.
Right.
Yeah. I would like that, but I don't need the...
So here's one. Did you ever get... When I
isn't
saw
he right
Fernando
there?
Valenzuela...
Yeah, there's one.
When I saw Fernando at Dodger Stadium, and Beto sort of got me there at exactly the right time.
Sure.
Did you do that with you?
No, I got to Fernando through a different party, but same sort of idea.
But I wanted a picture with Fernando
I did
Valenzuela.
take a picture. Fernando was on the short list of people that I did take the picture with.
Yeah.
Did you get one? You didn't get one?
I did.
Oh, you got
absolutely.
one.
I
Okay.
stepped right up and said, "Fernando,
It's a legend. Get one.
And that's
Yeah,
when
yeah.
I inadvertently punched Fernando in the stomach.
You
That
don't wanna
was
do that.
not my finest day ever.
That's not a popular move.
I fumbled my phone. I'm getting ready to do the
Yeah.
selfie, and I kind of dropped it, and I went to catch it, and I went, poof.
Oh.
And like, I'm really sorry. He's looking at me like, what in the world?
Yeah. What is this guy?
This
Doesn't know
guy
how
is
to
a
use a
loser.
phone. Yeah.
You know, Jerry Seinfeld, if you walk up to him and ask to take a picture, he'll say no, but I'll have a conversation with you.
Paul McCartney does that too.
I think Bryan Cranston might do it too, right?
Bryan Cranston won't sign anything, but he'll do a selfie with anybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they turn around, they sell the
They
autographs.
sell it on eBay. You know.
Well, I mean, this just happened with that kid and Victor Wembanyama. There was a little kid saying, I drove 500 miles to see you.
Oh.
That Wemby comes up after the game, takes off the jersey, hands it to the kid. The next day, his parents put it on eBay.
Oh.
That's despicable.
But wait a minute.
And then
But
they
you-
came out and said, we now regret it. We're wondering if we can get another one. Yeah, right.
Right.
Pull this leg and plays jingles.
How much,
Hang on,
did they get?
hang on,
How much
hang
did
on.
they get? How much did they get for the jersey?
I think $5K.
Okay, wait a minute
Now
now.
it depends. Where are you in life?
Wait a minute
I
now.
mean, are you worried about your house payment? Are
Yeah.
you worried about putting food? I mean, all that stuff.
might
We
be
don't know
gas
the
for-
background.
Yeah, but then you
of these
can't
folks.
come out and ask for another
No,
one.
you can't. do that.
You cannot ask for
I'm
another one.
worried about getting evicted from my home, but I drove 500 miles to get to the Spurs game.
I mean, it doesn't add up, but if you get
Yeah,
Come on,
5K
man.
for it, yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Supercross Talk. We'll see you tomorrow.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Accident or injury.